another thing.
And now, Jason Brett presents Friday Night STREAMAROONOOS.
What's going on, everybody? We are back for another edition of Friday Night STREAMAROONOOS. I am joined, as always, with the incomparable Steve. Say hello, Steve. You can't eat nobody. Fuck off. Well, okay, I'm sorry. Don't be sad. I'm also joined by the Magpie himself. He puts magpies into movies or movies into magpies. Nobody knows the actual real truth to that. He might tell us tonight. Who knows? Geordie Paul, everybody. Hello, Geordie Paul.
Good evening to everybody. Good evening to the world. Good evening to my fans. I'm thankful to be here as a Friday night experience for me, Jason, and the gay crowd. Thought you had a limp wrist, honestly. So yes, hello everybody. It is nice to be on a live stream where I'm kind of like, I know I jumped on Pete's the other night, so it's nice to be one where I'm actually the guest. But yes, I know I am technically sloppy seconds because Preston is better, but I stepped into the void and I thought I'd make up the numbers. Otherwise, you could have just put a phone in another room and then just had Steve on the other end.
Yeah, but I can't have a conversation with Steve, or can I?
Oh. You probably can. Anyway, yes.
Anyway, I'm a giant child. Yeah, how you been doing, man? I mean, we speak nearly like at least like every other day, so it's nothing new. So, anyway, how you been, man? How you been?
Yeah, I mean, since the last time I messaged you about 2 hours ago, I've had an early tea so I could come onto the stream. One daughter's asleep. The wife's putting the other daughter to bed. I've told her to be on my best behaviour. No, I've told her to be in her best behaviour, not me. I've obviously done my review of Lake Mungo, which I watched on Wednesday, which went live today at 12:30, which is a spoiler one, so nobody's watched it yet, and you haven't seen Lake Mungo, don't watch the review till after you've watched Lake Mungo, then you'll probably understand it. But yeah, other than that, I'm just counting down the days until Birmingham. I know that obviously you can't make it, but that is what it is. I'm meeting everybody down there. So yeah, I've been good. Work's fine. But yes, I am now saving all my money until Birmingham. He says, however, Quiet Place Part 2 is coming out on the next Friday. Or is it next week? No, week on Monday. Quiet Place Part 2.
Oh, what, the physical release?
Yeah. So I may get that. And then I also want to get the True Romance 4K. But I've spent up this month till I get paid on Friday.
Yeah, I try the way where I've not got a job right now and I'm on universal credit. I try to I have so much bills going out and then I've got a little bit to play with. So I try to have like one pre-order per month is around the £30 mark is usually what I can usually kind of spend. But I'm looking at my pre-orders. The Die Mighty trilogy they've just charged me, so I don't throw about that. That's coming anyway. But I'm looking at August. I'm looking at that June 4K. I'm just do I really want that?
Well, as you know, me and Leon waited, and as soon as it got up for pre-order, we both pre-ordered the limited edition Steelbook one. But then I had a change of heart and I cancelled my pre-order of the limited edition Steelbook one because I thought I don't want to pay. Or yes, it's a nice package, and yes, I do like the film, but I don't want to pay over the odds. What I'll do is I'll wait till it comes out, and I'll get into Zavi. This is what it is. If you pre-order off Zavi, I know the crap, whatever. But I've got, because I'm the red carpet member, I get 10% off. But you can't take 10% off a pre-order, so you've got to wait till it comes out, then purchase it, which is when you get your 10% off. Which is now True Romance is 30, but I can get it for 26, 25. So when Dune comes out, I'll wait and then I'll do that because they'll be there for a few weeks. Or I might just pick up. I mean, with True Romance, I might pick up the the physical copy in Birmingham, if it's still there. If not,
Yeah.
it's not meant to be. I'm trying to get away from things of I've got to have it because limited edition. You've got to have it because I'm not that bothered.
That's how they kind of like. That's how they get us, though, isn't it? Like always, there's 1,000 ever. Like,
Yeah,
buy it now.
it's like,
buy it
oh
now.
boy, the Fly 4K is coming out. Well, I'm not that bothered. Limited edition. How much? What? Oh yeah, I'll have one. Yeah, please, thank you.
So this is the thing with the Doom Arrow is that I'm basically buying it because one, it looks like a nice package, and two, it was one of my dad's favorite films, but I've not seen it, and it's on Netflix, so I probably could just watch it on Netflix. So I'm thinking, I don't know what the regular 4K is. I think it's like 30 quid, 29.99, or is it?
Yeah, it'll be 30 quid. That's what True Romance is. I don't think you'll like it.
Yeah, so I am.
I mean, very much for me is a retro because I watched it a long time ago. Like I've shown in many streams. I've got the German 3D version of it, but I have not watched it since I bought it. But it's one of those films that you've got for homage purposes that it brings up, like you said, with critters and things like that. I used to love it because obviously he's got Sting in it, and yeah, I mean, I'll probably watch it and go, oh God, this is all about reminiscence. It's actually shit, But that's why I thought I'd give it. The thing is, I don't want to rewatch it with the copy I've got to then buy the Arrow one in 4K. But like, well, I'm not going to watch it now because I've just watched that like a week ago. So why am I going to watch the same thing again? Which is why what I did with Donnie Darko, I'll wait until the replacement disc has come, which it has, but I still haven't watched that either. So there you go.
So yeah, so I'm probably gonna cancel that Dune pre-order because I'm just like, and also like do you find that where we have channels, we feel like, oh, that'd be a good unboxing for the channel, and buying it just for the channel, and it's just like you don't really want it, but you think that'll make good content. Let's buy it and show it on the video.
Those thoughts have passed through my mind and crossed my mind.
Yeah.
I would say they have. Luckily, the ones that I've got to do unboxings of are ones that I've wanted. So like my biggest hit on my channel is the Hobbit Steelbook unboxing, because as soon as it arrived, I remember it arrived, big box. I thought, right, I've literally just got this. I'm going to do a video and get it out there, and I did, and it gets to hit 1.6, and that's the most views I've got. But because Lord of the Rings then was a couple of days later, I'd missed the bandwagon for that, so I didn't get as many views for Lord of the Rings ones. Which is why when that bad boy came out, that I want to do a video for that straight away. But I did want that. In fact, I actually want the German one as well because it's got Scorpion on the front and Sub-Zero on the back. So that's all. I don't know. I've never ever wanted to double dip in a steelbook before. But I think because I rewatched Mortal Kombat last Friday, a week ago, and I know it's a Marmite film, but I thoroughly enjoy it. You got your opinions on it. Rob's got his opinions on it. I've got mine. Everyone's got different opinions of it. But for me, it's an easy-going movie that's got fighting. It's got blood. I enjoy it. It's nice, and it's a star. It's like a Batman Begins of Mortal Kombat. It's the origin story.
I'd put it down as it's a fairly almost like a comfort film. Like it's something.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. I'd be like, I'll watch it else, which is easy going. Don't have to think about. Boom, put it on. Yeah. I think that's why I enjoy it. I do. It's not like I'll sit down and go. Yeah, I'll sit down and go. Oh, you know what? I'm going to relax tonight. I'm going to put Interstellar on. It's not like a film you'd relax to because you've got to concentrate on it. The same with Inception. You've got to concentrate on it. Whereas you put Mortal Kombat on or Ghostbusters, you don't have to think about anything because it's just entertainment. But yeah, that's right. So yeah, that's the only steelbook that I'd ever double dip is with that one. But yes, there you go.
I am thinking about double dipping on. You brought it up in our chat earlier, whereas Dark Rift Horror, they've announced that Book of Monsters is going to be on Arrow TV, on the Arrow streaming service. And I put, because I follow them, so I put a comment going, oh, is this a prelude to an Arrow release? Because I said to him, because if it is, I will double dip, because I bought the only limited to 300 copies Blu-ray that I've got.
Yeah.
Because I bought it blind. I went into that going, that sounds like just a good old fun, Evil Dead inspired kind of horror film. And I really had a good time with it. I thought it was load of fun. And that's a film I would double dip on if Arrow put it out, because I know Arrow put out good shit.
It's like, did you watch that Benny Loves You yet?
I've not seen that, no.
Now, the way you describe Mortal Kombat is how I would describe Benny Loves You. It's a good shit film. Because Benny Loves You is terrible. Badly acted. It's just awful. It's just, but at the same time, I enjoyed it. I didn't give it a high rating. I probably wouldn't watch it again. But again, that's another one which has got a limited Blu-ray release. They've even like released the actual character of the soft plush of it that goes, Benny loves you, Benny loves you.
Don't you have it? You don't have one.
Got that thing there? No. That guy that I showed you before. This guy.
Yeah. I got confused because in your Benny Loves You review, you did a whole skit with a plush toy.
Yes, I did. It's because this is the only plush toy that I have. This is from Where the Wild Things Are, the Sadak.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've not seen that film.
This is original as well. This is from like 1980.
Well, it's actually from. Well, it's based on the actual book, children's book.
Yeah, so this is before the film came out and everything. This is actually to go with the book. But yeah, so this is 2 years younger than me.
Oh yeah. Right, we've been talking for almost 12 minutes and we haven't even gone to the comments. Should we get to the comments, my friend?
We shall do so. This is just going to prove that you need to improve in your hosting skills. Just carry on.
Fuck off. We have the legend that is Scott Tobin in the chat. Hello, Scott. Welcome to the stream.
Scott Aruni.
Yeah. He says, oh, yes, Mr. Godzilla and Mr. Magpie. I don't think I'm Mr. Godzilla anymore. I think I'm more like Mr. Charity Shop at this point.
Yes, Mr. DVD.
Mr. DVD. Oh, that's well racist. I should do that. Fuck.
No, don't do that.
Wow. We have Andy, Forgotten Word of Movies. Hi, guys. Hope you're both doing well. It was an absolute pleasure chatting to you both earlier in the week with Pete and Jim. Yeah, man, it was great fun. I had a good time on that stream.
Yep, it's the first time. Obviously, I've messaged Andy, not messaged. I've been on the chats for the live streams before, but that was the first time I obviously met Andy. And I met Pete when I jumped on your live stream. I just jumped on everybody's live stream, even though I'm invited or not. Do you want to come on? And I was like, oh, I can't say no because it'll be rude. And everybody thinks, yeah, put him on. He comes on, and he's just a dick. No, but yes, nice to meet you, Andy. Kind of, even though it was virtual.
Yeah, he's on he's on the stream next week, so I look forward to it.
I see your guest next week, is he?
Yeah. We like, it's funny because it happens all the time, right? So on Tuesday when everyone left, it was just me and Andy left, and we chatted for like another 2 hours, just us two.
You do listen to people, don't you?
I just like conversation. Conversation's good. It's good.
You need to sleep.
Sleep. You ever get drunk and you feel great and you go to sleep and wake up, you feel like shit? The sleep does it. Sleep's to play.
Is that what it is? Right, okay. I remember that.
It was the sleep that did it. I felt great about 2 o'clock last night.
I was rocking. I even had a kebab and everything. My life was rock and roll. I woke up now and the kebab's gone to shit and I feel awful.
My head feels like it's been crushed by a train.
Yeah, which is probably what I'll wake up feeling like on the Sunday in Birmingham, and probably have like a naked Pete lying next to me. I'm like, oh.
Do you all plan to get wankered though? Is that the plan?
No. I think we're just going to go. I won't get down till late night because I try to get the day off on the Friday, but work's fully booked up, so I just asked for an earlier shift. So I'm having to get up to work from 8 till 4. So I'm leaving. So basically, because I'm working from home, and in between work, I can go and pack my bags and get everything ready. So then at 4 o'clock, the wife will be ready, and I'll just go in the car and we'll head straight off to Birmingham, which is 3 hours or 2 hours 47. But I'm saying 3 hours just because it's nice round figure. And then got to park up, get booked in, and I think I'm just going to introduce and have a few pints with everybody. And then the Saturday's obviously the main day, and then hopefully go for a meal at James's restaurant or wherever, and then wake up on Sunday, say bye to everybody, and then come back up and go, oh, I've just spent £300 and nothing. No, I'm joking. But yeah, as Jamie said in one of our chats, is like, it's not about going down on Blu-ray hunting, it's about going down to each other, and that's why I wanted to do it. And
because I don't know whether like some people think I'm making excuses why I can't go, but it's just generally I can't go. And Jamie hits a nail on the head, like, there's always next time. Like, it's not like this is the be or end all. There's always going to be a next time.
I know. I've said to Rob,
You know,
like,
yeah,
he says, I don't know if I can make some work. I don't know if I can make up with Hill. I'm like, mate, you've been here before. It's like I'm never going to see you again. You know, it's not the end of
yeah,
our relationship. It will happen again. You know, exactly. There'll always be times to meet somebody else. For goodness sake, in about a month's time, 2 months' time, you might find a job. You'd be like, all right, I've got a bit of money now. Do you guys fancy doing something before the end of the year? I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
okay. And go from there with it.
But
But yes,
it
anyway.
has been literally like nothing on the job front. Well, I say nothing. There's nothing that I know I can do on the job front. Like I've applied for nearly, especially local to me. Like I've applied for all the warehouse work, and no one's getting back to me, and it's fucking depressing.
Sure, you should just get a job at a charity shop. And just be like, DVDs?
Like,
Yes, please.
the thing is, though, I did apply for a job at Sense. They have a warehouse local to me that they get mail-in donations, and we have to,
Okay.
and they sell them online. They have an eBay. Sense has an eBay, so it's all about like wrapping up parcels to send out to deliver. I couldn't even get that fucking job, a warehouse job for Sense. So I got to the interview stage, but that's as far as it went. I didn't get anything back. Anyway, enough of that shit. Let's get to the comments. We have the legend that is Phil 4K. Hello, Phil. Thanks for joining the stream, my dude.
Appreciate
He
it, sir.
says,
Nice to have you on.
listen, Steve. I love the fact that Steve's got over. He's got so over. He's probably more over than me at this point. So yeah, if he had his own channel, it'd be at like 1 million subscribers, easy.
Probably,
Anyway.
yeah. If he had his own channel, even more than he and you combined.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for joining the stream, Phil. Appreciate it. Last chance, Ches. So many familiar faces. It's so nice to see these people that I know just jump in all the time every week. Good evening, guys. Braved the heat today and picked up 23 Blu-rays of mixed prices from CEX for a total of £26, but only paid £6 as I had a £20 voucher. 23 Blu-rays. That's a whole and a half. That is.
Yeah, I mean, as the group probably saw, that I went to CEX, which I hadn't been to CEX in a long time to trade in some stuff. But I was just looking through. I was just like, I'm just going to get rid of some stuff. You know, you go keep. Oh, don't need that. Don't need that. And I just got it. So I had like, I think I got about 28 or 32 something like credit, and that's when I bought the Swordsman and bought Avatar, and the rest that I had left over. That's when I bought I've forgotten now. Pet Cemetery and 4K, and what was the other one? You remember? I'll show you the picture.
Yeah, it was a really good price, wasn't it? But I forgot what it was. Shit. It wasn't that.
No, it wasn't shit. That's next.
Now,
that's getting released by Criterion.
That's a burn. That's a burn and a half. That is.
What was it? I can't remember now, but it'll come back to me. It'll be one of those things where I got bing.
Yeah, was it something like, was it like £4 or something? Like, it was really cheap. I remember it being cheap, right? I'm sure it was fairly cheap.
Yeah, because Pet Cemetery was like 12 or something, 10 quid or something. I can't remember now.
Was it a new release for like 8 quid or something? I can't remember. We can go around in circles.
Yeah, it'll come back to me. Carry on.
We have Edward. I can't pronounce his surname. Kopok. I don't know. Kopok, maybe Kopok. Edward Kopok. If I've butchered your name, I do apologise. Just so you know, Edward, your copy of Keith Lemon the movie is on its way to you. I posted it yesterday. Look forward to that, my dude. He won a competition on was it? Yeah, it was on Pete's stream. I was like, anyone? It's not a competition. I said, anyone want this movie? Put in the comments.
Yeah.
And he was the one that wanted it. He said, "What's your favorite movie based on the Olympics?" Well, the only one that comes to mind that I can think of is Cool Runnings. But I don't even think that's even Olympics, right?
Yeah, it's Winter Olympics.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cool Runnings, I would say. It's the only one that really comes to mind.
Maybe Munich.
I've not seen Munich. I know about it. Isn't that like an action film, though?
Well, Munich is about the Israeli athletes that got assassinated when they were at the Berlin Olympics, is it? And then they go to kind of get their own back via Eric Bana.
Interesting.
What other Olympic movies are there? I mean, is I, Tonya? Is that an Olympic movie? Does that take place at the Olympics, or is that just some kind of skating?
I've got it. I've not seen it though, but I know it's like an ice skating. Is it like figure skating?
Is Eddie the Eagle? Is that the Olympics, isn't it? Although I've never seen it. But I'll go for Munich. Final answer.
Magpie Movies is the right answer. You are going home with £64,000.
£64,000 in CEX vouchers.
That would be the worst way of having that kind of money. Considering they charge you. Yeah, because they charge you almost like £3 to post stuff. It's just like per item. So it's like fucking piss take.
Oh, it is a piss
so I try to avoid their website as much as possible with vouchers because I'm not paying £2 or just for. So if something's £8, add £2 to it. If something's £6, add two. So you're not getting what is priced because every item is adding £2 postage for each item in your basket.
Exactly. So you go, oh, it's not bad. It's £1.50 Blu-ray. Go to pay for it, £3.50. Oh, doesn't matter. Then.
Yeah.
Just silly. But can't you get delivered to store though? Can't you?
What's that?
Like HMV. HMV's £2 as well, but you can get it delivered to the store. I just don't get how why these big companies. I mean, I wouldn't say CX is a big company, but it's a good chain. Everywhere should have free postage because they're making enough money.
Yeah, I remember when CX they used to have a flat rate of £2.50, so I could have 20 titles in my basket and only pay £2.50 postage.
Yeah,
I understand. I understand why they have a postage rate for every item. It's because they source what you're buying from different locations, different stores.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not coming from one like warehouse or whatever. It's coming from different stores. But it annoys me when like I'll get a package and it'd be like 4 Blu-rays in one package. So that package was £2 to post, but I've paid £2 for each Blu-ray. That's a piss take.
Yes, I agree with that.
Because you don't know that they're coming. You think they're coming from different locations, but some might be in one locations, but you're still paying postage for each item.
Oh,
piss take.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Jessica Biel.
Oh yeah,
that was the other one.
Yeah,
I
it
bought.
was like a £5, wasn't it?
Yeah,
£5.
It was. It was yeah. Good memory. I knew it would come back to me.
For some reason, I thought you got like a really kind of recent film on 4K for dirt cheap. I can't remember. It might have been something on the Big Paulie group that I saw.
I did. Well, Pet Cemetery was like. I guess it's not really brand new, is it? So,
is that the original or the remake that you got?
The remake. I prefer the remake.
I've not seen either of them, so I can't comment. Edward also says, "Do you like Entourage TV series or the movie?" I've not seen either.
Same as him. I have not seen it. My mate, I remember ages and ages ago, was absolutely into it. He was just like, "Oh my god, you got to watch this show, Paul. It's so good." But I just ignored him and never watched it. But yes,
it's a comedy, so it automatically gets a no from me because I'm not really into my comedies. I'm sure it's a comedy, right? It is, right? I'm sure of it.
I think I don't think it's comedy. It's such it has funny moments. I think it's a drama series. I think
we have Playtendo guy Pete. He says, "Hi, Jason, Paul, and Steve. Thanks for being on the stream on Tuesday. You're welcome, dude. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for saying yes to me when you could have said no."
There was all like, I was dreading the quiz thing for ages because I just thought like I'm not gonna know any of these answers, but it was a lot of fun actually. To be fair, doing the quiz.
It's not as bad as when James did the first quiz ever, and first of all, he did 60 because we hardly knew him, which took up like all night. And out of 60 questions, I think the majority of us got like 18 right of that, or 15 and 10. I was just like, yeah, that was a bit of an experience. We're like, all right, James, next time, can you do a bit easier ones, please?
Frags Gaming says, a good Friday night of STREAMAROONOOS. Bring on the 8 hours of entertainment. I mean, to be fair, I could stay on if Paul doesn't want to stay. He can do 2 hours and go, and I can stay on. It's all
I was only hoping to start until 9 o'clock. What time is it now?
What?
Oh, no. Carry on. I'm not going to stay for hours. 10:15, half 10, sorry. 10:30, 11 o'clock latest.
Okay.
But yes, I will not do 8 hours, even though you don't hold the record. It's Leon who has it now.
But I haven't done 8 hours. I've literally only done 2 8 hours. Like people think I'm an 8 hour boy, but I'm not. I'm not done it for ages.
Exactly.
Oh well. Playtime the guy says, as we all know, I've seen bugger all when it comes to iconic films. But what iconic and well-known film haven't you seen? Probably films like 2001: Space Odyssey. Not seen it. I've got
Fair
it.
enough.
I've just not watched it yet.
Not got it, just because it's in the Kubrick collection that I've got.
The thing is, Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say the majority of the ones that are classics that I haven't seen are what I would actually call classics, as in like Casablanca, Gone with the
Citizen
Wind,
Kane.
Citizen Kane, The Maltese Falcon, 2001, which like are older classics. You know, I haven't seen the Charlie Chaplin one where he impersonates Hitler. I forgot the name of that now. Any Buster Keatons, you know, things like that I haven't seen. I think it gets to a certain stage and you go back and I don't know. I wanted to get Casablanca and the Maltese Falcon and all those in the premium collection sale, but I'm like, I could get those for 15 quid, or I could spend the 15 quid on something that I actually enjoy and want to watch.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I've passed up on so many films in the premium collection because I'm just like, I've not seen that. Will it be for me? So I've bought films that I've on the premium collection where I know I already like it, like Gremlins 2, Jason and the Argonauts, Clash of the Titans. Films that I've not seen that I've wanted to see. So I didn't see King Kong, the original King Kong, until I got the premium collection. Now it's one of my favorite films of all time. But I knew I was going to like that, so it was all good. But then I bought films. The recent 2015, I bought a film that just intrigued me because it was made by the director of American Werewolf in London. He made a vampire film called Innocent Blood, and I'm just like, well, I've got to see that now, don't I? And I haven't watched it yet though.
You can remember John Landis also directed Michael Jackson's Thriller video, so
Really,
don't be.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's new to me.
There you go. You see, factor knowledge, you know. But yeah, I mean, iconic.
See, like
haven't seen
Pete,
that.
See, like Pete says, what iconic and well-known films? He doesn't say they have to be good. So, for example, Jaws: The Revenge is iconically and well-known for being awful. I've not seen it.
I've seen that, and it's not. No.
You know, Halle Berry's Catwoman is iconic and well-known for being one of the worst films of all time. Not seen it.
Not seen it either. John Belushi's Animal House. I haven't seen that.
Apparently, didn't she get like a award for Catwoman? Is it a Razzie?
Yeah, she got a Razzie. She got a Razzie, yeah.
Didn't she say that film? Didn't she? I swear she said something about like that's the film that almost ruined her career. It almost destroyed her career, apparently. Catwoman.
But she got back into it, didn't she? Because she didn't have the top sex scene with Billy Bob Thornton, didn't she? She got scenes. She got a Babs. No, it was Swordfish first of all that she got a Babs out with, because everyone was like, "Oh, Swordfish, what about it?" Well, you got me in it. Yeah. But Halle Berry gets her tits out. Oh, right, really? Yeah. And then, yeah.
I've not seen that film in such a long time. I just picked a Snapper case version of it up recently.
Swordfish.
Yellow? Huh?
Yellow, isn't it? The Snapper?
Oh, I ain't got my glasses and I can't see.
Where is it? It should be a yellow case.
I don't think it is.
I'm sure when it came out originally it was a yellow Snapper case. I could be wrong.
No, it's black. It's a black case.
Oh, you got the reissue one. Shame.
Oh well. Forgot about the movies. He asks, favorite Stallone film?
Demolition Man.
That's a good shout.
I mean, I do like Rocky 1.
First Bloods is good.
First Bloods, yeah. But I mean, for me personally, it'd probably be the Demolition Man, because again, it's not the best movie, but enjoying.
I'm gonna throw out there a deep cut that I think no one really talks about, which is Cobra. I think Cobra's brilliant.
I thought you were going to say Stop or My Mum Will Shoot.
Yeah.
Or Oscar. I thought you were going to throw that out there.
Have you heard Arnold Schwarzenegger's story of how he basically made Stallone land that bad movie? I watched John Lennon. I watched it. John. Who the fuck's the talk guy in America? The guy that they talk to, the talk show host.
Letterman.
John.
Huh? Oh. Letterman or?
Yeah, him. Like, he had Arnold Schwarzenegger on, and he was like, "What's the funniest? What's the secret that no one knows about?" He goes, "Oh yeah, you know that film, Don't Shoot My Mum, Stop or My Mum Will Shoot. Sylvester Stallone's in. They're like, yeah. He goes, yeah, he's in that film because of me. Because what I was supposed to do, Stallone phoned him and said, oh yeah, I'm thinking about going for this film. Are you because Arnie he feigned interest. So Stallone phoned him and said, oh, do you think I should go for this film? And I was like, yeah, it's really good. You know, I'm really, really impressed by the script. You should go for it. You should go for it. It's good. Yeah. And then he looks at Letterman and he goes, yeah, the script was one of the worst scripts ever. So he basically convinced Stallone to go for that bad film. I thought that was hilarious. I love Schwarzenegger.
But yeah, I mean, he's good in Copland as well. Copland's a good shout.
I saw that film when I was too young to watch it, and I don't really remember much about it.
I'd definitely recommend you watch it again. It's a good film. I think Copland is the one film that shows Stallone as a not only not a good actor, but as a serious actor, and he does really well in it. Which actually means I personally need to revisit that again. So if I find that on a Blu-ray and a cheap TV, I will be picking that bad boy up.
There's a Mel Gibson film that I think is one of his best films that no one talks about. Payback. Have you seen Payback?
Oh, a long time ago.
I love that film. That film's awesome. And I'm really happy to find that it's got a snapper case release that I need to find.
I'll tell you randomly what I found today. I went back to the charity shop today, and they had a DVD double box set of 8mm with a Nicolas Cage one.
I love that 8mm movie. I love that film.
It was in a box set with 8mm too. I didn't even know there was a second one.
So who's in the second one?
Oh, fuck knows. Nobody famous.
So Cage didn't sign up for a sequel.
No.
That first movie is really underrated, I think. I really enjoyed that.
Isn't it about a snuff movie, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I read because I've not seen Blue Velvet yet, and I read the synopsis and it kind of reminded me of 8mm in the way it kind of is like investigation about kind of his seedy underbelly of stuff. And Leon was like, yeah, it's kind of similar, but a bit more artsy. It's a bit different because it's David Lynch. It's about Nicolas Cage is like a private eye. This old lady, her husband's just died, and she's gone through his belongings. I found this tape where this girl was being killed, and he's asked him to investigate where the tape come from and if it's actually real. So it's him going into the seedy underbelly of like the adult industry and snuff movies, and it's fucking awesome. I love that film.
Fair enough.
It's a really good. It's like it's one of those good ones where Nicolas Cage is actually playing it straight. He's not being like super hammy. He's being proper serious about it. It's really good. I really liked it. Nintendo guy says, just had True Romance delivered from Amazon for £15. Thanks to a £10 voucher, we'll be watching it tomorrow.
That'll probably be on the back of me saying at the beginning, I'm hoping to get True Romance 4K.
True Romance is one of the best Tarantino films that he didn't direct, in my opinion.
I have not seen it a lot. I do actually already own it because it's in my Tarantino XX box set.
Yeah.
But
I've not seen it in years, but I remember. I think I got into Tarantino with like Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. And then this is just before Kill Bill came out. I got into his movies. Kill Bill came out, and I was like, right, I've got to find something. And my cousin was like, "This True Romance, you should check it out. It's really good." He doesn't direct it, but he wrote it. I was like, oh, okay. And I just remember loving it and thinking it's probably the best film he didn't direct that he's got his name to.
Yeah, it's good. But it's been a good 20 odd years since I've seen it.
Yeah, like when did Kill Bill come out? Like 2003, so around that time since I've seen it.
Yeah, probably. I don't remember.
I'm considering swapping my Doom pre-order for the True Romance pre-order, or has that already come out now?
True Romance came out Monday.
Shit, I don't have the money right now to get it. Bollocks. Oh well, maybe next time. We have the Pete, the Bullets, the Blu-rays, the Brits, the man himself.
My lover from Birmingham has arrived in the house.
Yeah.
There's nothing more I can say on that. That's it, really. That's the bombshell for the evening.
Well, welcome to the stream, Pete. Appreciate you jumping in. Phil says he's making a statement that Jason will like Dune.
Oh, we shall see.
My dad used
to be fair. 4 years time, when you actually get around to watching it, you can then tell us.
Oh, or would it be 8 years? That's the thing, you know.
Who knows?
See, my dad was like, "It's Star Wars before Star Wars," and I'm just like, "Yeah, but Star Wars came out in '77, Dad." And he's like, "Yeah, but the
Yeah,
book,
this came out after.
but yeah,
But
no,
Frank Herbert wrote it
yeah,
before Star Wars came out.
yeah. So, because my dad used to compare like the Force with something called the Spice in Dune. I
Yeah.
don't really know the lore or the mythos. He says it's kind of it's so he says it's so similar. He's surprised that Star Wars didn't get copyrighted flagged or whatever it would have been back
I
then.
do like the ending
plagiarized.
of David Lynch's Dune with Carl McLachlan. I'm not going to spoil it, but I do like the ending of. No, I'm not going to say it. But Carl McLachlan, I'm not going to say it now because I'm going to spoil it. Yes, I do like the ending of it with a certain character.
Are you looking forward to the new one?
Yes, I will be going to see the new one. The only problem I have with the David Lynch one is it's hard to understand who's who because there's a lot of characters. Because the novel, obviously, not I've never read it, but there's House Harkonnen, House Atreides, and there's the world of the Spice. You got the Spice, you got the Sandworms, and then you've got the different families. All it's just there's a lot. It's basically with Game of Thrones in one series. It's just it's good. It's good, but it's hard to understand, and that's why I think that you'll watch it and you'll think this is all over the place. But you might enjoy it. Who knows? But I played the games after it. I showed you I didn't know when I went through my box. They're doing 2000 PC game.
Oh yeah.
But to be fair, I could probably play it on a laptop.
The game that inspired Command and Conquer.
Yeah, exactly. It was such a good game as well. Spice is life.
Last Chance Ches says, had my US 4K of Spiral arrive on Monday. I'm just going to interject that. How good do those steelbooks look for Spiral? They look awesome. From what
I would say that the steel books look better than the film itself.
I enjoyed that film for what I enjoyed it for what it was.
It's fine, but yeah. I don't know. Seeing Chris Rock on the back of it, I just didn't think Chris Rock was the correct actor. I know he was financing in it and he was part of the production crew and all that. I know he was the main role, but
it was his story as well. So
to me, he's a comedy actor, and I know he's trying to be serious, isn't it? But the head still goes back. I enjoyed it. I will buy it. I'll probably buy it on Blu-ray. No, I get it on see, because all my other stores are on Blu-ray. So I'm like, shall I get it on Blu-ray or shall I get it on 4K?
See, I'll
probably end up getting on 4K.
See, I've got the Saws on Blu-ray, so I'll get the Blu-ray. I won't bother with the 4K.
I think because
it's not really a film that I can. Say that again, sorry.
So Rob's sending me Jigsaw. Well, he says sending me. Joe, Rob's giving me Jigsaw 4K, and then I got Saw off Big Paulie. So those two are 4K. So I may as well get a new one, but it's because I've seen obviously Dave Durant movies and Sue and Tony over there, and they're all getting the this. I love the fact that the logo is on the slip, so when you take it off, it's just clear. And I like that, as opposed to it's all imprinted on it. So I like that aspect of it. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. And then of course the thing's coming out in October, November time, isn't it? So that's another thing I'll have to get.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no intended. No, anyway, Spiral. Yeah, I do like the 4K normal Amaray case cover as well, with the kind of green.
Yeah. But is that? Are we going to get the same kind of treatment for our release? Is it going to be the same?
I don't know. Well, see, Saw, we got it over here and they got it over there. They got the steel book that when you put on it looks like a TV. But it's now on pre-order for Zowie for the same thing. And I'm like, oh, I really wanted that, but I've already got it. I saw 4K here. So I'm not going to double dip because Saw's in the film not a double dip like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sell my copy of Saw to fund it because I got that off Big Paulie and I don't get rid of any of my submail. So, but yes, the only thing is similar to that because he says that I have a US copy of the complete set, so it has to have them all, including Jigsaw. So I agree with that because I got the first 4K from America, so I made sure that when I got the second one, that was American 4K as well. So they both look similar. Oh, Oh, that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Cheers. I've got that now.
Yeah.
Thanks for the stream.
Keeping you up, Paul, are we? Keeping you
Yeah.
up.
But I totally agree with that because you want to keep everything in sequence. But I think if I had all,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably, because it's newer, the picture quality will be better. So it'll be a better 4K picture. And apparently the reviews for the 4K picture are actually quite good. So I may get 4K, but I don't think it'll be something I'll be buying day one. That's what I'm going to get out of the habit of. Buying stuff.
I'm not in a rush to get Spiral, but I do want it to complete my Saw collection because Rob was kind enough to give me all the Saw films on Blu-ray. So Rob, if you're watching, thank you so much for that. It's so kind of you. So now I feel like, and in my opinion, Spiral is one of the better ones. So I feel like I've got to have it in the collection even more because I think it's top 3 for me. I think, and that's not saying much because a lot of the Saw films aren't very good. But I digress. Anyway, we shall move on. Platonic Guy says, "What is the best looking 4K film that you own?" I'm gonna say, because I think it's the new standard right now, and I'm not just saying this because I'm the Godzilla guy. I'm being deadly serious. Godzilla versus Kong is unbelievable in 4K, absolute outstanding in 4K.
Best 4K picture that I own.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah,
you knew I was going to say that, didn't you?
Yeah. That's because everyone says it.
Well, it is because it is. It's not a great film, but the picture quality is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not going out of my way to buy a film that might be shit just because the picture looks good. That's the only thing.
That's what I would say is the best picture. Also, Pacific Rim is very good.
Pacific Rim's great. I
haven't watched Godzilla vs Kong again, so I can't comment on the 4K because I only watched the stream.
Unbelievable. It's unreal, the 4K. Because I think, from what I've read, Godzilla vs Kong, it's the first film to come out where they've rendered the CG effects in 4K. So the CG effects look unbelievable. So yeah, it just looks unreal. It looks so good. I thought Joker looked good as well. I thought Joker's a really good 4K disc.
Joker, yeah, especially what makes it better with Joker, as well as Pacific Rim, as well as with that, is it? Yeah, is that it's in full screen.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because then you go to Pacific Rim Uprising. Not the best, but I don't mind it. But it's widescreen. It's like, if you could do something with Joker, I don't get it. For me, if you're going to pay £1,000 for 4K telly and the movies that you're going to get, why can't they just make them fit? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like Avatar, the best 3D quality picture I own for my 3D TV. And then you've got something like Gravity, which was awesome in the cinema in 3D. And then you buy it, and it's widescreen, so it's like 235 by 1, and it's the bars on the top and bottom, so you don't get that proper. You don't feel it inside it anymore.
But doesn't you can correct me if my knowledge is incorrect, but I always assumed that the frame in which a film is shot is not 16 by 9. So you would never if you want the film as it was intended, as it was shot and intended, it wouldn't be 16 by 9. You would have the black bars down the bottom and the top.
I'm not. Right? I just like, especially 3D. I just don't like black. I mean, it happens. You get used to it, but I just like when somebody comes on, I'm like, play it. I'm like, oh, it's full screen.
So you hated Justice League then because it was 4:3.
Oh, I love Justice League, but yeah, you get used to it though, don't you? Because you knew going into it was going to be like that. It wasn't a shock.
Yeah.
But yeah, that annoyed the shit out of me.
I don't understand why they couldn't have put two cuts with two different ratios on that on the 4K. I don't own the 4K, but I would have thought it'd been cool if they would have had a full screen cut of that film as well. Just
release the full screen cut. No, fuck's sake, because we've got a little bit longer to get that one. Maybe it just doesn't exist. You never know.
Yeah, I think Zack Snyder's got a boner for IMAX, though, hasn't he? So we have the Quizmaster himself, James.
All right, how's it going? Sorry.
I mean, he was still at work at 10 to 9. It's 20 past. So
So how far behind are we? 30 minutes.
Yeah, half an hour behind the chat. He's asking what time we're going on till. You said about half 10. Did you
Half
say?
10, quarter to 11, 11, between 10:30 and 11.
Okay, cool. It's good to know.
And Jason will be on his own, talking to himself.
If I decide to do so, it all depends. It all depends if the it all depends if sorry, I'm just dealing with a
We've got
twat.
another spammer.
I think they've already been blocked because I can't block them. My moderators are doing their job. Thank you very much, everybody who's the mods in the chat. Yeah, James says he might stop by on the bus later, so he might drop me when he's on the bus.
You can't stop by, James. You're in Birmingham, and that's mate. I'm in Dalton. You can't stop by, son. We'll have a bus journey for you. I'll tell you that now.
Marty McBurney says, "Hi guys, watched It Follows, and sorry to say, Jason, it wasn't my cup of tea." That's fair, man. Like, I don't think that film was really for everyone, but for me, I thought it was just like almost. It's like a 9 out of 10 film for me. I loved it. But
It Follows is I love It Follows. I think it's a great horror movie.
Yeah. I just love the concept. It's a sexually transmitted demon. I think that's just so fucking so cool that if you and it kind of plays in that trope. If you have sex in a horror film, you're gonna die.
Yeah, he's a sexually transmitted demon, but all his mates call him AIDS.
What's following you? AIDS.
AIDS, yeah.
Why?
That's his mate over there. Who's his mate? HIV. All right.
I said to Leon on his stream when I was on his stream last week, like if someone came to me, if I didn't know, and someone come to me and go, "Oh yeah, you should go and It Follows film. Oh yeah, it was directed by John Carpenter." I would believe them because it feels like a Carpenter film, big time.
It has got like a right, hang on, because for some reason I have my phone charged in, but it's not charging. Let me just have a look.
We have 16 people watching. That's awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. If you could drop a like on this stream, I would really appreciate it. Where you gone, mate?
Right. I'm coming back. I'm just making sure it's on charge. Now it's on charge. There we go. Right, it's charging because I've got a dodgy cable. I don't know why.
Cable dodge.
Yep.
Welcome back. Oh, okay. Now you're gone again.
I'm back.
Your screen's gone black though.
That's okay. It'll load back up in a minute.
Oh, okay. Moving on to Playtendo guy. He says, "Are you guys going to watch Werewolves Within? It's based on an unknown Ubisoft game, but looks like fun. Who done it with horror elements? It's based on the game. I didn't know that. I've seen the poster for it, but I really didn't know anything else. Have you heard about that, Paul? Werewolves Within?
Werewolves Within. Yeah. I've got it to watch. Rob sent it to us. I haven't watched it yet though. Tell you what,
I didn't
because he's been a dick. Hang on, let me leave and come back. Hang on.
Okay. Forgotten what of movies. What film do you think does not hold up over time? I've been binge watching the Carry On films, and sweet Lord, they do not hold up. I'm gonna throw out Night of the Living Dead's, the original George A. Romero. I don't really consider that to be doesn't really hold up. I'd rather watch the remake nowadays if I were to want to watch it. But that's just me. Just waiting for Paul to rejoin. I'll just carry on through the comments. Ryan Paul, I watched the movie Get Carter yesterday, and tell you something, it's a good thriller with Michael Caine. Cool. I think I've got a remake. Was it remade with Sylvester Stallone? Because I've got a film called Get Carter with Sylvester Stallone, but I've not seen it yet. Nintendo guy, if you think CEX has expensive postage, game is £5 even for a full price £50 game. They even charge £5 to collect in store. That is scum. That is a rip-off, man. That is a rip-off. Movie database. Hello, guys. Back from seeing Old. Everyone go and watch it. Is it good then? Because I've heard kind of mixed feelings about it. But yeah, it's a. I might consider seeing it. The only thing that puts me off Old is the fact that it's PG-13. So the whole concept, but the whole concept with that film, kind of it loses its edge a little bit being PG-13. Maybe I don't know. I've not seen it. Let me know, movie database, if it's if the PG-13 rating kind of hurts it or not. Tom 180. All right, Jason. I'll check back in at about 2 a.m. to say hi again. But for now, my question for you both is: what do you think is the most consistent good film franchise? I am going to say, you back, Paul. Hello, Paul.
Yeah. So what happened was, just to let everybody know, is that the phone battery's down at 20%, even though I had it plugged in, and then I went to low power mode. But when you do low power mode, it doesn't let you use the camera, so I had to put my battery charger on it and get out of low power mode. But there you go. Anyway, yes, carry on.
I'm just gonna go back to an older question because you wasn't here for it. So Andy said, "What film do you think does not hold up over time?" I've been binge watching the Carry On films, and sweet Lord, they do not hold up. I said I don't think the original Night of the Living Dead holds up very well, and I'd rather watch the remake. What about you?
Ooh, doesn't hold up over time. I'm trying to think of an older film. I can't, to be honest with you, I can't think of any off the top of my head. But I do prefer sometimes the remakes to the originals, not because of it being better, but because it's more modern. You can see camera equipment's more technology's improved and things like that. I think the only thing for me, which you probably agree with, which is age, is when you go back to watch movies and they have PCs with these massive PCs and the mobile phones are different, or they don't have mobile phones and they have pages, stuff like that is weird going back. Like when you watch the Ricky Gervais's Office, and you see when they're in the paper office, they've got all these computers which are massive, things like that, or like Tron when he does all the computer stuff. But I mean, looking through what I've got here, which hasn't aged well, I don't want to get these questions that put you on the spot, and you're like, I don't know. I think I can't really say that because if something hasn't aged well, then I probably won't own it because I don't like the film.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I still don't like the first couple of Friday the 13th movies.
Interesting. I'm only saying it's interesting because I think Friday the 13th Part 2 is one of the most consistently, pound for pound, a great slasher movie.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I own them all, but
Yeah.
I never see. I was when I got into them, it was from the later stages. So like when I got into Halloween, it was from like 4 onwards. I hadn't seen the first 2 until I was about 18, 19 or something. So like when I watched them, so when I watched them, so with Friday the 13th, and please, if anyone's watching this, correct me if I'm wrong. But the old scene when I've got up to when I started watching them every night, the one that Jason's not really in, I can't remember. Is that number 4?
5.
5. So I must have watched the first 4, and I just thought, all these are exactly the same.
Pretty much.
It's just like, okay, it looked like it just looked like the same movie with different actors and different angles and all that. But then you get it when it gets more modern, and he goes to Manhattan and he goes into space and he meets Freddy and he gets resurrected with the. It just seems a lot better because it's out of Camp Crystal Lake. You know what I mean? If they should have like kept the first one or two there and then moved it out and given a reason to move it out. But yeah, so I don't think that they are classics. But Nightmare on Elm Street, the ending scene when you see her getting sucked through the small bit of glass, and I'm just like, that's the worst practical effect that I've probably ever seen. But yeah,
it's like a blow up. It's like a blow up doll, isn't it? Just going through.
Yeah, it's just terrible that bit at the end. You just think, fuck.
It's weird because like you contrast that bit to the bit where Nancy gets in the car and you see it all fold up into like the red and green striped thing, the convertible turns into like a Freddy car. That's a cool kind of a practical kind of thing. Then it cuts to the mum being pulled. It's like night and day with the effects, that film.
Yeah, but I think slashers these days have taken hold of that and made it better, and I think they are iconic. But I don't think they have aged. I think probably the early slashers, I mean, even The Burning. Now I know we're going to get into The Burning here because I watched it for the first time, and I didn't mind it, and I thought it was actually better than the first couple of Friday the 13th. Now, yeah, I know you don't like it, but you have seen it, haven't you?
Yes.
Right. So the bit I have problem with The Burning, there's a few things. So first of all, obviously we know he gets killed. No, he gets burnt, which is the longest I'm going to get burnt up scene ever, I might add. How he managed to kick the skull onto the bed is, I don't know. Anyway, why does he then go to that? Not the no. You find out later in the film that the original camp that he was burnt at is closed down. So why does he go back to that one, where the burning takes place? Right, I don't understand that. And then something happens, and they then obviously decide to escape on the build-up raft, don't they?
Yeah.
They kind of escape, and they come across one of the canoes. Now, how long has he been lying in that canoe? How does he know that they're going to come around that corner and they're going to go, oh, I'll have a look in this canoe? He could have been there for fucking weeks. You know what I mean? They could have been stuck. They don't know that they're going to build a raft out of nothing. How does he know that?
Like I said, it's shit.
But, and it was I just, for what it was, I didn't think it was as bad as you said it was. But I do think it's better than some of the early Friday the 13th. Because it kind of stopped there. I didn't do a sequel because of what happens at the end. But yeah, Anyway, yes. So the answer to the question there, didn't age over time, is probably, I think it was something that hasn't aged over time, which has aged and doesn't hold up, is the Ali G movie.
I've not seen that in years, so
something that which is a comedy film for that time, like
yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Like Sacha Baron Cohen's now something different. He's Borat, or he's Bruno, or he's somebody else. But Ali G was for that particular time. You go back to revisit it now, and it's shit. To be fair, it was shit at the time, but because it was the in thing to watch, you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
you got the video. You got a video of Ali G with Shaggy going, "Me Julie, you know me, love you." You know it's just.
Yeah, I don't think I really found it funny at the time. To be fair, I still think Borat is probably the best thing. Sacha Baron, I forget his name mixed up. Sacha Baron Cohen, yeah, it's probably the best film he's done because I generally found that really funny because I like the fact that he's like duping the public, like he's actually like in public. I love the fact. I love it.
And the fact that he's went into a second movie and these people haven't seen his first movie, so they still don't know that it's him.
I've not seen the sequel. I've heard it's ridiculous. Like,
well, to be fair, I haven't watched all of it. It's not. Anyway, yeah.
So that was a question you missed.
Thanks for the question, Andy.
Also, movie database has just got back from seeing Old. He says everyone go and watch it. So I take it he liked it and it's good because I've heard kind of a mixed response to it.
Yeah, I heard Sean over at Lost in the Reel. He had a screener of it, and he said that it was a bit of a mess. But the thing is, though, apart from the odd disappointment, like After Earth and The Last Airbender, I like all the M. Night Shyamalan movies, but every director's going to have a couple of bad ones. I love my favorite one of his is Signs, and I also like The Happening. But a lot of people don't like The Happening because like nothing happens, and they think that's fine. But just
I
the
feel
opening.
like sorry, with The Happening, I feel like well, I remember renting The Happening, and me and my mates watched it, and we just kept, it's like it's an unintentional comedy because it's so unbelievably stupid. Like, and we're just laughing at all of it. And I just think Mark Wahlberg was not the right person to cast for that film because some of the dialogue is some of the worst dialogue of all time. Like, awful. Like, just the Mark Wahlberg bits. It's just bad. I don't know.
Mark Wahlberg's not the best actor, but to be fair, he's better than you and I, but he's still not the best. I think Signs to me is I just love Signs because it's around stuff that I like.
I've not seen Signs, but I know. I don't know if it's a twist, but I know the kind of like what happens in it, if that makes sense. Like, it's been spoiled. So it's not going to surprise me if I watch it. So what's the point?
But yes, true.
It's the same with The Village. I know the twist in The Village. So I just don't, what's the point of me watching it?
That's it as well, isn't it? That's why with Old, I'm hoping that I can get a copy of that to watch. Just purely down so I don't miss the twist.
I did ask Movie Database because what I've heard from a few reviews that I've watched people talk about, they obviously spoiler-free reviews, is that that there's a really big potential with the actual fear, the horror that is happening where on this beach and you age rapidly. The whole concept behind the film. There are a lot of people in these reviews that I've watched are saying that it's PG-13 in America, so it's lost. It's losing its edge. It's lost a bit of edge with the horror because it's for more of a wider audience. So I asked Movie Database if I actually hurt the film, but he sounds like he liked it. So I don't know.
Interesting. I guess we'll just wait and see. I'm just trying not to bump into any spoilers along the way.
Mm-hmm. I was doing this question before you come back. Tom 180 says, "All right, Jason, I'll check back in at 2 a.m. and to say hi again." Knows me too well. But for now, my question to you both is, what do you think is the most consistent good film franchise? I am wearing it, sir.
T-shirts?
No.
Oh, right, okay.
Jurassic Park.
Whoever invented the T-shirt has clearly got the biggest franchise going because everybody wears them.
Yeah, Jurassic Park. I like every film. I think every film is entertaining and then pretty decent. I don't think there's a bad film in the franchise, personally.
I agree with that. I have a particular fondness for Jurassic Park 3. I know it gets a lot of hate, but I enjoy that. As I said on our stream last with Pete, for me, which is controversial, a constantly good film franchise for me, I'm not going to say Star Wars because of The Last Jedi and Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Just a few. I'm going to say The Purge. I love every single Purge movie. For me, they're the news.
I've only seen the first one.
The first one was great, and then I took the concept and ran with it. I haven't seen the TV series. I've only seen the movies. I enjoyed the Forever Purge as well. Again, it's a bit like Mortal Kombat. You just sit down, relax, watch people look at each other. Oh, well, that was entertaining, and then your film's finished. Franchise-wise, is just, to be honest, I don't. For me, a franchise is something along the same lines, which have the same characters more or less throughout. So Marvel, I wouldn't class their film franchises kind of the same because you're backwards and forwards, going from origins to joint, origins to joint. With Jurassic Park, you've got different kind of storylines with like Marvel's kind of like a cinematic universe, isn't it? So yes, it's a franchise, and they all interlink. But I don't know. I would put Marvel and DC separate. I would go like what's come out, which isn't like branded. So The Purge, Jurassic Park wasn't branded, other than possibly the novel, and then they've run with it. I'm trying to think what else.
I'm gonna like
Indiana Jones.
when Tom says most consistently good, does he mean every film is good, or does he say like the majority of the films are good, so it's consistent? You know, that should be
I
really
think
like because I would also say like Child's Play. I think all the Chucky. I don't think all the Chucky films are good, but I feel the a good like 90% of the franchise is good. Like the only two that I don't like is Seed and Cult. I think they're shit. The rest of them are pretty fairly decent. So
so I mean, I think when he puts consistently good film franchise, that is in my view and your view. I don't think it's overcritic wise. So I would say The Purge. I really enjoy all the Purge movies, and Jurassic Park ones. Like if a Jurassic Park film came out every year, I'd go and see it every year.
yeah,
Same with The Purge.
I
Same
got
with Saw. I'd go to see every Saw film when they come out.
I got my mum into going to see Jurassic Park because Jurassic World came out in 2015 and we went and saw that because she thought it looked fun. And then she missed out on Fallen Kingdom, but it was on I think like TV. I think it was like ITV or something played it. It was a Jurassic Park on ITV. I think it was either ITV or Channel 4. There was like a Jurassic Park every week. There was a Jurassic Park film on, in sequence. And she was like, "Oh, have I seen this one?" I was like, "Fallen Kingdom." I was like, "No, that's after the one we saw." So she watched that and really liked it, but I think she preferred, like I do, the first Jurassic World. And now she's like, "Oh, when's the new one coming out?" And I was like, "Next year, Dominion," and she wants to go and see that. So I think I got her into like the Jurassic World film, which is quite funny.
To be fair, the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World franchise is the only franchise I have as a collector that are all in steelbooks that I've bought separate. The Lord of the Rings and the Hobbits, they came as a set, so I don't include them. And the same with Back to the Future, they came as a set. There's no big steelbook set of Jurassic Park all the way through to Fallen Kingdom, and that's the only ones that I wanted to get. And there's no others. Even like The Purge, they've already pre-released the Forever Purge as a steelbook, but I'm not that bothered. I'll just get the Armory case for that to go with the rest. You always know when you're like a franchise because, like, how can I say this? You know before you kind of know it because there's something comes out as a franchise together, like the 4K. Like, oh, I'm going to get that, like The Purge. As soon as I get reduced, I'm like straight on that. I've got to get that in 4K. And you're like, oh yeah, I did forget I like the Purge movies. Until your memory goes, poof, you remember all that stuff. I'm just talking shit, but carry on.
This Movie Database is replying to someone, but he does say pretty much in this comment that old is so much more. There's so much more to it than just an average film, which is interesting. That makes me a bit more intrigued, actually.
I think Old is just probably going to be a biopic of you when you watch the Monster Squad.
You absolute bastard. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking old. Movie Database asks, "Are you planning any pickups? Did someone say they had their Saw collection? I want that one." I think it was Last Chance Shares that had said he had the Saw collection. I'm not really I don't really plan pickups, if that makes sense. I'm very impulsive in my purchases, so I might go out planning to have a look at what's out or HMV or whatever. Then I might just impulsively buy stuff because I'm awful like that.
My wife used to say to me, I used to go out and go, right, I'm going to HMV. She goes, all right, and I'll go into another shop, and I'll go to another shop. And she goes, have you bought anything? I'm like, no, because I can get it cheaper online. And I go home and then I don't order it. And that's what I used to do. Now it's a case of I get more stuff on eBay now because it's cheaper to do it that way. Or you wait. Or the only things I probably buy now is anything a pre-order or something on eBay when it's cheaper. I don't just go to a shop and go, ooh, I fancy buying that, or I fancy buying that. That's it. It's like the movie that Jimmy watched Alone. I know Carl's picked it up, and I know that Big Paulie's picked it up. I fancy seeing it, but I don't want to pay $12.99 for it, or 14 or whatever it was. I'll wait till it comes down in price. It was the same with The Swordsman. That was 14 quid, and it went down to 12. I'm just like, I really want to see it, but I don't want to pay it in case I don't like it. So when I had the CX vouchers, I went and bought it. It was only a tenner, and I used the vouchers for it, so I kind of got it in exchange for this. And you'd love The Swordsman, by the way.
Is it good?
You would absolutely love The Swordsman. It is the action is so well choreographed. I mean, I'm not a kung fu or a martial arts movie fan, so when I say, "Oh, this is so good choreographed, especially with swords and everything like that," people will be like, "Yeah, but that's like in every other martial arts movie, Paul." I'm like, "Oh, right, okay." But for someone who doesn't watch any of that stuff,
Hmm.
and it's weird seeing Sub-Zero with Tash and long hair because Joe Taslim's in it.
Speaking of Joe Taslim, what's his name?
Joe Taslim.
Taslim, yeah, yeah. You need to let me know when you've watched the night comes for us, because that
Yes,
film is
I did start it the other
fucking
night, and then the wife came home, so I had to stop it.
so fucking good, man. That film.
I do because
Like,
is he a good guy in that one? Well, he was a bad guy turned good, isn't he?
he's the main protagonist. Yeah.
I'm getting a bit of I think because of Sub-Zero, I'm like, "Ooh." Oh, Mortal Kombat should I say? I'm becoming a bit of a fan of Joe. And then I didn't when I bought the Soldierman, I didn't know that he was in it till I read the back. I was like, oh, he's in it because it was the trailer that got me for that. Keeping you awake now.
There is an actor, I always forget his name, but ever since he was in Godzilla 1954, he pops up in everything Japanese in like the 50s and 60s. So he's in Godzilla 54. He's in Seven Samurai. He's in a bunch of his other like really cool Japanese films. I'm just like, he's in everything. What's it? But I always forget his name, so it pisses me off. I'm just like, what's his fucking name? Oh, I'm so annoyed.
But yeah, I recommend before you are I am keeping it. But if anybody's so I'll tell people the story is that I'm going away from the subject matter. I apologize. I got this ages ago because I really fancied seeing it. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was a Cine Asia, as it says at the top there, Cine Asia. So I thought, oh, does Cine Asia do any more? And then I saw a trailer for this one, which was
Yeah.
because this is a 2020 film, which I showed everybody on my Instagram and whatever. And I thought I'll get that purely on the back of watching this. But yes, if anybody gets a hold of this, sees it cheap, buy it. It is very good. The fight scenes in it are very good. There you go. Carry on.
Right. I have the £64,000 question. I'm asking you, did you want to bring Robin? Because he's asking if we want him to join.
It's your stream.
Robin?
It's up to you.
I've not spoken to Robin ages, so that'd be nice actually.
It's your stream. I'm only here to well, it's up to you because I know that I don't. It's up to you. It's your stream, but I don't want it to feel like. What's up to you?
I mean, he's your boyfriend, so you know.
I would say yes, but I'm not having. I don't want you to feel under pressure to bring somebody into the stream if you don't want to have a third person on.
I mean, I spoke to Rob the other day, just making sure he's all right and stuff. So I've sent him a link anyway, so it'd be cool to catch up with him.
I know where it is. You just want to get more people watching, don't you?
No.
Oh, by the way, that's your Cine Asia, which I'm really fancy watching, is The Front Line. I'm getting into my Cine Asia stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say you're picking up quite a few of them, yeah.
Well, 3, but yeah.
So Tom says or asks, what film has had your biggest change of opinion when you rewatched it? Could be one that got better or worse. I'm going to say, because it's fresh on my mind, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. I really enjoyed it when I first watched it on that marathon. It's bad. it's not good. It's not good.
I rewatched it and I really. There is one, but I've forgotten what it is now. It was one I did not like, and then I watched it and I went, I actually enjoyed that. What was it?
I've got 2 more picks, which I am surprised that I even like at this point.
This is why I got to keep looking.
So, do you want me to show you my picks?
Pits. You're not sure? Oh, right. Sorry.
So, I've rewatched these recently, over the last couple of months, and I was really surprised how much I actually enjoyed these sequels, because everyone keeps going about this being one of the worst franchises of all time, which is Resident Evil Apocalypse and Resident Evil Extinction. Fairly
I like them all. I like
super dumb.
all of them. Again,
super dumb movies.
They're all rubbish, but they're good rubbish. Apart from the first one, which is the best one.
Yeah, the first one's really good. I've always liked the first Resident Evil film.
Why do people ask these questions? It annoys the shit out of me because I'm normally all up for this, but then I completely forget. Because there's a film I watched again, and I was like, you know what? That is excellent. How did I not remember that as being as good as it was? See, Ready Player One is the one that I watched. I'm like, oh, I'm on the fence with that one. I enjoyed it, but I don't think that's as good as everybody says it is. The Nightingale is something that no, but then again, I haven't watched it twice, so that doesn't count. Fury. Fury.
Well,
I did not enjoy Fury. Yeah, I did enjoy that first time round. Watched it second time round in 4K, and I enjoyed it a lot more. I don't know why.
I've not seen it, so
I don't know why, but I think I bought it, watched half of it, and I was like, oh, and I got onto something else, and I sold it. And I thought, no, everybody says it's a good picture, rebuy it. Just watch it, man. And I watched till the end, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know why. I don't think everybody goes, it's one of the best war films. It's not. I disagree with that, but it's good, but it's not as good as everybody says it is.
There's some good questions this evening, actually. To be fair, pretty good questions. Plato Guy asks, "What is your favorite and least favorite horror franchise?" For me, my favorite I would say Friday the 13th, but I think I'm just gonna go the easy route and say Critters because I love Critters to pieces. Not that like it's funny because I always feel like Critters is like it's weird. Critters is the thing where it doesn't always come straight to mind when you think of horror because it kind of straddles that line, doesn't it? But that first movie is insanely good, and we have the Fett. The Fett has arrived.
Is he? Is he in his car?
No, he's at home. By the looks of it.
Okay.
Is he ready to be joined in?
So the horror franchise for me will probably be Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah, because again, that's an easy way out, isn't it? Halloween. His favorite horror franchise would probably be Fast and the Furious or Harry Potter.
We have the Fett. We have the Fett joining us. Boom! It is the Fett.
Hello, boys.
Hello. How you feeling, man? How you been?
I'm doing all right, but just finished work. My wife's tested positive.
Oh, you're joking me.
Fuck it.
So
she's got AIDS.
Yeah. Policeman AIDS.
Fuck's sake.
Hello, Paul. I've not spoken to you for a while.
I know. I'm surprised just today. I say you're
still
sounding as good as ever. I've told you about all these sex lines that you keep bloody being on getting paid. All right.
I'm actually. It's just the voice, but I feel a lot better.
I'm glad, man. Glad. How would you answer this question, Rob? Favorite and least favorite horror franchise?
It's difficult because sorry. You got the Friday the 13th, the Halloweens, anything.
Batman on Elm Street.
I think the problem is any time you start caring for the deaths over the characters, that's when it becomes a franchise. That's when it loses it for me. So a lot of the early slashers are brilliant, but when you start caring for how the guys are dying, then it loses it. So favourite, consistent, I would probably say probably Spirit on Your Grave. It's quite a consistent series. And Evil Dead's quite consistent.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, there's also Hellraiser. But then there's only the first two.
Yeah. The thing is, six of them films aren't Hellraiser films. They just slapped Hellraiser on their title and put some Xenobite stuff in it. They're all very good, kind of like little spy stories. They're quite good detective stories, but a lot of them are shit.
Yeah, I'll stick with Halloween as the best.
Rob, I need to introduce you to Steve. So say hello to
Steve. Have you met Audrey? Audrey is there's Steve Audrey.
What?
Look at them blowjob lips.
Have you met Percy?
So Steve, is Steve supposed to look like a critter?
I think
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm trying to work out what kind of one it's from.
I feel like for me, he kind of is an amalgamation of the first Christ,
Number 3.
because he's
I would
got
say
the belly.
3.
Yeah, 3 and 1, because in the first movie they had their bellies exposed. You see his bellies there. So yeah, 1 and 3, kind of an amalgamation of the two.
Okay.
Did you know he's a
It's a
puppet when you
nice.
bought him?
His eyes light up.
Jason, did you know he was a puppet when you bought him?
What's that? Sorry.
Did you know he was a puppet when you bought him?
No, I didn't know that until I got it. So it was a surprise to me. Like the back's open, it's like so. It's pretty cool. I just thought it was just like, because in the photos it's just like sitting. So I just thought it was just like like a prop. But I'm pretty happy with it. But its teeth are so fragile that I need to be careful when I'm doing like the mouth stuff, because I've broken teeth by being a bit too hard.
Blowjobby.
I already told him about that. Rob, I see that you've done the same as me. You've put the picture up that Jason got you.
That's what has always been there.
All right, I always put mine up when I go on a stream with him and do videos. I do it the rest of the time. I thought you did the same.
No, mine always there.
Oh, joke. Oh man, where's your sense of humour gone, you bastard?
On mine,
Yeah.
it's still there, but obviously almost died, so it's been tough.
Excuses, man. Christ. You're here, aren't you? I'm
And
still
I have
here.
got that film, Shalom Lamon.
Have you?
Yeah,
Can I ask a question then?
I've not seen it, but you'll have it later.
I'm going to say, is it shit?
Not seen it.
All right. I just like.
Okay, like I have a question, because I brought this up earlier. He-Man, you were like, it's shit, and I was like, why is it shit? And you didn't answer me. So like, is there reasons why it's shit?
Spoilers.
All right, everybody, spoiler finger.
He-Man and Skeletor die in the first 5 minutes.
That's fucking big spoilers. Jesus Christ. They've got to come back, right? They can't have a He-Man.
So they get all stabby. And then it's the Teela show. It's all about Teela trying to put both parts of the source together to reunite their magic. She teams up with Evil Lynn, Beastman. It's okay. The first 5 eps, it's okay. Prince Adam comes back from Eternia, like there's anti-Eternia and Eternia. He comes back, and then they mend the sword, holds the sword up. Skeletor comes back, kills him again, and then Skeletor becomes the master of the universe, stands there laughing, and then to be continued. It's okay. It's just it weren't what we got in the trailer. You see my reaction for the trailer. I was like so excited. I had a full on robot chubby in that trailer.
Because like the trailer makes it look like it's like, oh, they're bringing the 80s show back. Pretty much, like that's what I got the vibe from.
It's a sequel. It's a sequel to that show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tell you what though, I have watched the opening credits, and the opening credits has all the toys, hasn't it? As like the
yeah.
It's like it's almost like they're doing like going like I don't know how
like
to do it,
a montage.
Like a helicopter going over all these characters, like different things that they've done, but all the characters aren't actual characters of the toys that you had, apart from He-Man and Skeletor. No, the Skeletor's sitting on his thing, and it's got that plastic like thing, the lapels that go across there and everything. I
don't know the same for you. But back in the day, I had to go in Tesco's, and they had these big display stands with all the He-Man, Thundercats in these epic display stands when I was a kid. We used to stand there looking at the G.I. Joes, looking at He-Man, Turtles in these really epic display cabinets that you don't see anymore.
Yeah. You're right. You don't see that anymore. But like, I couldn't get away with Liam Cunningham did the voiceover, didn't he? He's also the voice of Man at Arms. Didn't have the same. I don't know what like the original 80s. It was a bit more softer voice, the Liam Cunningham's. I think he's trying to do the same thing, but
Mm.
I was expecting more like a, like an Optimus Prime kind of overview and whatever, but it just didn't.
Well, that's could be strange because the voice of Prime's in the new film, but you got Ron Perlman playing Optimus Primal, who's the gorilla version. So
Mhm.
you can have old Prime and Optimus Primal, and the voice is going to be very different.
Yeah, but yeah,
that film, the new Transformers film, it's meant to be like it's going to be completely separate from the canonical Bayformers, right? It's going to be completely separate.
It's supposed to be to do with Bumblebee and
Oh.
take everything from the original film, which I enjoy. I enjoy every Transformers films for what they are. They're not great films, but the big robots fighting, they're not the best, but I enjoy them. I own them all. I think they're all pretty good.
Yeah, I've got them all. They're all like right here. I still think Bumblebee's the best one. Like, I think Bumblebee's the best one.
you see,
I've not.
a lot of people say that, but I don't agree. I think the first one's the best one.
I love Bumblebee. I thought it was fantastic. I've not
But
seen.
is that because
I've not seen.
do you love Bumblebee because of the opening?
I was jizzing my pants for that opening. Yeah.
The opening of Bumblebee is the best part of any Transformers movie.
It's like-
But Bumblebee itself, I didn't like.
John Cena in
I
that
liked it a
film.
lot.
One bit where he says they're called Decepticons. Of course they're evil. Crying in cinema.
Well, yeah, the Decepticons.
They're called Decepticons. Why are we trusting them?
Yeah, it's great. It's funny. Age of Extinction, I didn't think it was as bad as people were saying, but it was too long. I don't remember the third one that well. Number 2 is one of the worst films ever made, and the first one's all right.
Shite.
What?
What
was the we are under the enemy scrotum, Avenge of the Fallen, and that the offensive racist gives a mudflap. Most racist characters in Transformers.
I did like Age of Extinction because it brought in the Dinobots.
Yeah. I remember like when that was being advertised, I was like, oh, fucking finally. The best part about Transformers for me was the Dinobots. But we didn't get Grimlock going, me Grimlock. We didn't get it. It annoyed me. I was like, come on, why is Grimlock not talking? What the fuck? Anyway,
a lot of people hold Beast Wars as the best Transformers, even better than G1. So people, I wasn't a big fan of the animation of Beast Wars back in the day, but like people tend to love that series. Yeah,
I remember it, but I have no nostalgia for it. So maybe it's something. I'm looking forward to, if we're going to continue the transfer, I'm looking forward to season 3 of War for Cybertron on Netflix because I thought the first 2 seasons were brilliant. I loved it. So I'm looking forward to the final season of that one.
I haven't seen any of them. I need to watch them as well.
It's
a little bit boring. I thought it was a bit boring, but it's right.
I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was, for me it was the Transformers I've been wanting, where it's no humans. It's all about the origins, and I quite liked it. They're playing fast and loose with the origins, because I feel like why is like some of the Transformers in that show still look like their G1 design before they've gone to Earth, because they get the vehicle mode from Earth to be in disguise, but they look like their vehicles on Cybertron. It's a bit confusing. I think that's a bit of a continuity error there, but that's just me. Moving on to the comments. Movie David says, Jason, does it drive you mad that anime shows mostly come in parts? Yes, it does, especially when you get anime coming out on DVD with 5 episodes. Yeah, 5 episodes, and they want £45 a go. Get fucked. This is why when I'm not into anime like I used to be. I used to be proper into anime. I had like 200 titles on my shelf. Loved it. But most of them are bootlegs because I refuse to pay the fucking stupid money that they fucking charge for anime. It's a joke. Anyway, moving on. Movie Database also asks, does anyone have the Chucky 7 film set? I didn't even realize it existed until I stumbled on it in the wild. I don't have it. I have them individually.
I have the one that Phil kindly sent me, but it's not. Is it the no? It's the 7/6 one, because
I've got more individually.
That's the one that I have. This is not the UK one. This is the American one. The UK one is in a Good Guys Protect.
I don't think you get one with a new one in it because Don Mancini really didn't want the remake to happen. That's why he's doing the TV series. So I don't think you'll get a box set with the reboot in it because
No.
that's a completely different set of a different story because he hated it.
Yeah, there's different rights issues as well, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there was something to do with the first film where they have the rights to remake it, whereas all the or the rest of the franchise, Don Mancini owns the rest of it.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I've heard. Yeah. Plato the guy asks, have you seen the Netflix Castlevania series? I've only seen season one.
It's good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I've only seen season one. That was when that first came out, and it was only like 4 episodes or whatever.
Talking of Castlevania, not Castlevania, but game related. Did you
Yeah.
see the trailer for the reboot of Dead Space remake?
No.
No, but I heard about it.
I didn't.
Did you ever play Dead Space?
I love Dead Space 1 and 2.
Yeah,
I loved them.
Yesterday they announced the remake trailer and it looks fucking amazing.
I'm a bit worried because it's EA and they might fuck up because they killed games.
This arrived today.
That's good game.
I love that game. I love
£5.74, brand new off Amazon.
No way.
Yep.
You go actually, yeah, because you shared the link. When I went on the link, it went up in price. It wasn't the same.
Was it not? Yeah, £5.
No, it was like 15 quid on Amazon.
I was going to get that when it was 50. Glad I didn't. Save some money.
This next question is a bit strange because I don't know if I have one because all the films that I know is in.
What's your favourite cheese? Because that's going around a lot.
No, this one. A favourite Bill Paxton movie. I'm going to say Aliens because it's just iconic.
Aliens or Zephora.
What?
Twister?
What?
Do you remember Zephora?
Is he in that?
Jumanji one. Yeah, he's the astronaut, is it?
Is he?
I think.
Interesting.
I could be wrong.
Well, he's in Apollo 13, isn't he?
Sci-fi Jumanji.
I do like him in Predator 2. Predator 2 is very underrated.
Oh yeah, I'd say with Predator 2, the worst part about Predator 2 is Danny Glover. He's not really that interesting
because it's a little bit unbelievable. Isn't it?
Too old for that shit.
Yeah.
He's literally like Predator 2 for me is like it's basically it's a Lethal Weapon movie with Predator in and no rigs. It literally is that to me.
Another Bill Paxton, Near Dark.
Not seen that one.
It's good. Good, and it's got Vasquez in it as well. It's got fucking Bishop. Most cars of aliens in it. Near Dark.
Speaking of speaking of Vasquez from Aliens, do you know I didn't realize she was John Connor's foster mum in Terminator 2 for like years. I didn't realize until I watched like yeah. That's Vasquez. Yeah.
Boofy hair.
Yeah, with a big perm.
Wolf is fine, dear. Wolf is fine.
Your parents are dead. Why are you Irish? I mean, I don't know. But your parents are dead, right?
All right, so this next comment is because I asked because when you was off the stream, Paul, for a second, Ryan Paul, he mentioned he just watched a Michael Caine film called Get Carter. And I've got
set in my neck of the woods.
And I've got a film called Get Carter, but it's got Stallone in it. And I asked, is that a remake? And then he's just saying, yes, it's a remake by Sly himself. Interesting.
Yes. Get Carter was filmed up in Newcastle.
Was it?
Yep.
Coolio.
But the remake's terrible.
Is it bad?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I've got it because it's a snapper case. So, Plato guy asks, "What film scared you as a kid?" I'm going to say Gremlins.
It was my mum's homemade sex tape. It wouldn't be so bad, but it was with a neighbour, and it's so bad trying to jerk one off and it's your mother.
Mine's Alien. Yeah, Aliens. My dad took me into a video shop and said, "Choose a film," and I was like, "I want to watch that." He goes, if we hire that, you have to watch it. Put it on. I was so scared. He held my hand, my arms next to me, and made me sit and watch the whole film. I was crying. I cried for the whole film. What's a bastard?
That makes me think like we when I was growing up, when I was a kid, like 8 or 9, we had a copy of Alien 3 on VHS, and the cover is of like the it's like almost like a spiral of the alien. And I kept looking at it and I was like, Dad, I want to watch this. And he's like, if you watch that, you'll have nightmares. Like, he wouldn't let me watch it because he knew that I wouldn't.
Well, the thing on Alien 3 is an alien embryo because it's supposed to symbolize that it's inside of Ripley.
Yeah.
We know that, don't you?
A TV show that scared me as a kid was Ghost Watch because everyone believed that was real.
Yeah.
And it's shit now. If you
Never watched
that.
That.
Go back to hasn't aged well. That hasn't aged well.
Fucked me up.
Movie Database has got back to me with my question about Old, whether the PG-13 hurt it or not. He said, well, Jason, Old is not as graphic as it could be due to the PG rating, but I really felt the violence when it was intended to hit that way. Interesting. Cool.
I've heard good things about a Nicolas Cage film called Big. Have you heard of that?
I think I saw someone shared a picture on the Big Paulie group, just a poster, and I was like, that's interesting.
It's basically like John Wick, where John Wick they kill his dog, they steal Nicolas Cage's pig, and he comes out and kills him all apparently.
Because that appeared on my special list earlier.
Did it?
Yeah.
Along with Old. What about The Dry?
Yeah, and The Dry.
Be sure to send me some links after the stream, Bob.
Yeah, I'll get it afterwards if I can get into the COVID room with the wife. My laptop.
Have you now got are you sure that she's just not making this up just so she avoids having to be with you?
No, she's positive. To be honest, I think I'll be all right because I just got through it. I think I can still do what I'm doing.
Well, so you don't have to isolate. You can carry on going to work.
I think I can.
If someone in the household has got it, they have to isolate for 10 days. But unless you're showing signs and you've had the first test and you're negative, then you're fine because it shows that you're not carrying it.
Because there's no way I can get it again, surely, within 2 days.
You're not that unlucky, mate. Well, you've got me to speak to every day, but apart from that, you're not that unlucky. Hey, there he is. The bastard's back.
Little bastard.
Ryan Paul asks, are you going to see The Suicide Squad on July 30th? I'm not, because I don't really care about that film, if I'm honest.
I think we'll all be watching on the 30th, but not in the cinema.
I'd probably agree with that. I am going to go to the cinema to see Dune, though, 100%.
The Jungle Cruise is good as well, the Rock one. I know it's based on a ride, but it looks right.
Yeah, it looks like a kind of new Indiana Jones, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, this is how far behind we are on the comments. We're just getting to your comment, Rob, that says, "Hey boys." We're so behind in the comments. Right, so last one just says Mustache streaming the clone of Five Nights at Freddy's I have made where the chat can get involved and play along on Twitch at 10. Have a great night, everyone. See you on Sunday night, Paul. Sunday night? What are you doing Sunday night, Paul?
Nothing.
Okay.
I don't do the streams on a Sunday night anymore. Not until after Birmingham.
Okay.
I'm not cheating on you, Rob. No, I'm not. Don't give me that look.
I can't tell. I can't tell if one of these persons is a troll or not.
I can't believe how much weight I've lost in my fucking face. It's weird.
What made you get rid of the beard, Rob? Any reason?
Because I thought when I was at my worst, it tracks a lot of bacteria.
Right. Yeah.
And I felt cleaner.
That's fair.
Not as dirty, but
I don't know if
you can have a shit fucking nugget in it.
Right, we'll soon find out if this person is a real person later on. But Des Barnes says, "What is your favourite movie sex scene?" I'm gonna say Shoot 'Em Up because it's hilarious.
It's got to be the bit in Showgirls where she's in the fucking swimming pool doing this.
I've not seen Showgirls, if I'm honest with you. But the other bit in
I don't think I can answer that question because I wouldn't say that I have in my top 10 lists of favourite things. A favourite sex scene probably wouldn't be in there.
Or Species when she gets them really massive nips.
No, I've got a bloody fly buzzing around my head here.
No, favourite sex scene. Team America.
Oh yeah, I love that. I'll only have sex with you if you tell
Where's-
me you won't die. I won't die. Yeah.
I love it when it's like, I love it when it's like deadpan. I promise, I will never die, and it's just like it's great. Not seen
And
that
if you
film in
watch it-
so long.
If you watch the director's cut, she takes his shit on his chest and he pisses on her.
Nice. I love it how
Right.
you know all this stuff.
Playtana guy asks, what are your least favorite actors? I'm gonna put one out there. Danny Dyer is shit. Just saying.
I'm not a big fan of, and I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. It's DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I was talking to the wife earlier about action
And
heroes.
I've got to do that sometimes as well. Not the best day.
With the action heroes where you got Arnie, Stallone, you watch Romance in the Stone and Jude the Nile. Did Michael Douglas? Well, what is he classed as? He's not an action hero, is he?
No.
So is he? What is he? Because he's not. He's in kind of like the Indiana Jonesy kind of films. Is he like? I couldn't work out where he cast in films.
Yeah, you're right. I think, I don't know. Yeah, because he was like, was he called Jack in that, was he?
Yeah, because they're quite big roles for him. Like they're kind of almost like an Indiana Jones kind of
And he
hero
went down
kind
to
of
Wall
character.
Street and The Game
Yeah.
and was, yeah, yeah. I get that.
I
Least
can't work
favorite
out-
actors
I
as
can't-
well. I'd say The Rock. I do not own any
Yeah.
of his films. Well, technically I do because I have a digital download of Moana, but I would never
And
rush to the cinema
you'll
to
have-
see The Rock.
You'll have Mortal Kombat 2 because he's playing Shao Kahn. And
Is he-
Batista's
really?
playing and Batista's playing Mortaro. That's what I've heard.
Is it actually confirmed? Or is it rumor?
I can't see it not happening because The Rock wants to be in Mortal Kombat.
That's cool.
And he could do the laughing. Don't make me laugh. And I think he's the size. I think he'd do a good job.
Coolio.
I like
we
having more
have,
of the Asian characters though, more the martial artists and everything in it.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
Shao Kahn was like, he was Baraka, he was a Tarkatan, so he wasn't Asian. He was like one of them creatures like Baraka.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Next.
Lost in the Real in the chat. Thanks for joining the stream.
Hey! All right, Sean.
He says hi, Paulie and Jason. For both of you, and I guess and Rob as well. And Rob as well. What is your most anticipated film of the year?
Ghostbusters.
Halloween
Still
Kills.
Ghostbusters.
Halloween
I think we
Kills
need
was-
another Ghostbusters trailer. New Ghostbusters trailer. We need one. We need something Ghostbusters now. People just forgot about it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think
sure.
what, because the thing is that I don't think the two films I'm looking forward to the most, I don't think are coming out this year now. I think they're not until next year, which is Antlers and Demonic. Demonic looks awesome. I can't wait for that film. Neil Blomkamp, his horror film.
I think for me it
I-
has
I-
to be Halloween Kills. I mean, I can't get enough of that second trailer. It just looks absolutely immense.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that I know is coming out like this half of the year. Like Suicide Squad, don't really care. What else is coming out? Is that it? Like
Morbius.
Ghostbusters.
Everyone forgets about Morbius. Ghostbusters, Candyman.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
fuck me. Candyman looks good. I'm looking forward to Candyman.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
hope
for me,
it's
it's Halloween Kills all the way. And then Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Isn't
But I know Sean from Lost in the Real. I know he's the same as me because he asked this question last night on Jordan's. 2 days ago. Was it last night? I can't remember. On Jordan's stream, and he was like about Halloween Kills. But yeah, Rob, we've got Sean on our stream in September. It depends if you can make it or not, just so you know.
I'll be there.
So if you're watching Sean, if you're still here because we're behind, Rob might be he's like a co-host of the source, so he may be in the thing as well. I was chatting with because after he finished on Jordan's stream, I was messaging, asking tips and tricks and things like that. I'm having a good chat. So, but yeah,
I've been away
if
for
nobody's
too long.
subscribed by the way to any of our channels, which is great. Thank you, but go and subscribe to Lost in the Real. Sean's great because he reviews films you've never heard of. and he's got such presence and personality. He's great. But sorry, I'll stop.
I'm glad.
Sorry, Sean.
I'm glad you thought late Mungo was shit.
Yeah. Did you watch my review?
I didn't.
Because what did I say? I said I don't think it's bad, but it's not as good. And there's people gave it.
It's not shit. It's not shit. Everyone hypes up to it. It's one of the scariest films ever made, and I didn't think it was scary. Maybe because I'm immune to not even jump scares. I'm immune to most horror stuff, and I watched it. I think, okay, it's pretty good. I wouldn't buy it, but yeah, people are entitled to love what they want.
Yeah, I know Tony Horror and Todd really likes it. I know Jamie really likes it, which is fine.
I
can see why they would like it.
Have you not seen it, Jace?
I've not seen it. Is it worth watching?
Actually,
wait. I've got you. You sent it to me.
You have got. You should have. You should have it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've not watched it yet, though. Is it worth a watch?
Yeah.
Is it worth a watch?
It's worth a watch. Yeah. For me, it's not. It's not midsummer hate. For me, it's just. I watched it and it was like, okay, that was it.
I think
Didn't need a special edition.
What I would compare it to, feeling wise, is you've got to see Blair Witch when it first came out in 99, 98, whatever it was, and it was that first time screening, and you came out and you were like, oh, what have I just watched? Oh, is it real? Is it not? You had that thought. You've then bought that again to watch on video or Blu-ray or whatever it was at the time, and you don't have that same reaction because you know it's not real from now and you know it's not the same. That second approach going into it, because you become normally accustomed to it from the first screening, is how I felt after watching Late Mungo.
I think if you watched it when it first came out, when it just got released in 2006, I think it'd be a different 2008, a different experience to now. If you watched it as soon as it come out, you wouldn't have known if it was. And then they've done a special edition, thinking, well, it's obviously not real because they've released a special edition.
I think as well because I knew what it was kind of about, and people told me. So it gets to at the end and add additional stuff to it. I'd already seen that additional stuff because I was looking out for it halfway through the film.
Yeah.
So when something comes up and they're like, "Oh, he did that," I'm like, "Oh, that." I was looking at something else, and So the only thing that I didn't notice was the neighbor, but that's it. But yeah, so don't watch my review, Jason, if you're going to watch it, because it is. I tell everything what happens.
I saw your review and it said spoiler, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah. I thought you said I saw your review and it said MAGPIE movie, so I just didn't watch it.
Jason, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
About Feast.
Yeah.
What didn't you like about it? Because I thought it was unique when it come up. The estimated deaths.
Yeah. See,
of the people at the beginning. What didn't you like about it?
I thought that was cool. I thought it was going to and when they say estimated life expectancy, it was it was always a lie because it was this guy's going to survive until the end. He dies in the first 5 minutes, kind of thing. I thought it was going to be more self-aware than it actually was, and I just didn't find it very engaging. And it just was by the end, I was just just wasn't. I didn't think it was very good, really. And you don't really see the monsters until the end, so it kind of upset me. I was hoping to see more monster action, more monster gore, and it wasn't that much involved.
You see them in the later two. The later two are not very good. The first one's the best one. I really enjoyed it.
See this here. This is a picture of the wife and me when I haven't brushed my teeth, and her reaction.
I tried to draw that on the package when I sent it to you.
I know you did. My husband wasn't very happy. And neither was I, because when I went to open it, there was still runny, so I had blue hands. And then I've got, I tell it to you. No, my post didn't, and I was just like, "Oh, he's drawing a picture, you fucking bastard."
What was it really? Really? Well, the ink
was smudging
dry.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I didn't know that.
Yes, the picture was there. That's why I didn't do the thing. I didn't show it because it was all smudged. So that's why. So don't think I haven't.
Shit. Playtendo guy asks, who is your favourite character out of the new Mortal Kombat film? For me, Kano and Scorpion. Thought Melina was wasted, though. I agree there. Melina was wasted. I think Kano was the star of the show. I think in terms of
for me, it's got to be Cole Young.
Fuck off with that shit. Fuck off with that shit.
The character for me will always be
I
either
actually like
Scorpion or
the
Sub-Zero.
dryness, the dryness of Kung Lao. His humour. But I thought Liu Kang's acting is a little bit off it. It's a little bit weird when he talks.
Yeah.
I don't think I could choose a character. Obviously, Kano's Kano, Sub-Zero. Reiko wasn't in it much. Is it Devora, the flying dragon thing?
Yeah.
She's not in it much, but no, I like Cabal for the one
Cabal was
scene
good.
when she turns up and he says something like, "Got a fucking screech" or something. His first line he says is fucking hilarious. But Cabal,
I don't.
I didn't like him in the games, but in the film, I thought he was like fucking spot on.
I didn't like his voice. His voice annoyed me. It just wound me up. So I was like, I generally thought it was like they felt like they had an actor in the suit and they got someone to do the really bad kind of almost like New York gangster kind of voice over the top. And I just thought,
but he's one of the Red Dragons though. All of the characters have come back. So if you remember at the end, where Shang Tsung says no one ever dies.
Oh yeah, it's
And
like
then
death is just a portal.
You'll see all the smoke go over the characters.
Yeah,
because that's
It's
what
all about Invasion #2.
The thing is, though, I know it's a movie and we shouldn't really get too deep into shit like this, but I don't think the people, the characters that died don't deserve to come back because they went out like chumps. Goro definitely went out like a chump.
If you haven't seen it, I've just ruined
it. But with Goro, the thing is, everyone always goes on about Goro. Kintaro from Mortal Kombat 2 was better than Goro. Get Kintaro in it. And then he got Shiva as well.
I want Baraka.
Yeah, Baraka would be cool. Baraka would be good.
I think Batista to play Baraka.
They need to go all out for Mortal Kombat 2. They need to go proper. They need to go all out. They need to go. I mean, because I'd watch it. Yeah, sorry, go on. Look
at the games. Mortal Kombat 3, you had no Scorpion, no Sub-Zero, no Johnny Cage. They took out loads of old characters, put Cyrax Sector.
Yeah.
So a lot of these characters everyone loves. And so did the newer games. They did do a lot of change around back in the day.
Or if you want to be, if you want to be placeholder about this, you can say, ketchup and mustard. Sector and Cyrax, because that's what their codes were. Anyway, I'd probably agree with Kano. I wouldn't really say Scorpion because he's barely in the film, if we're honest about it.
Sub-Zero for me. Sub-Zero was just brutal. Joe Taslim played him really well. I feel like I'm having a bit of a anxious Joe Taslim at the moment.
You've got a bit of a boner. You've got a bit of an hard one.
Yeah. Kano's one-liners, it was just, no, you fucking beauty. Kano wins.
My favourite bit is really just like, fucking laser beam, better than fireballs, you pussy. I love that bit. That bit crack me up.
And even Reptile's not Reptile in it, because Shang Tsung calls him the reptilian Caesar. Caesar was a character before Reptile, so there's a lot of little bits for fans. So it's cool.
Yeah. For the sequel, I would like to see more of Outworld because all they show you is like this desert area. You don't really of all the things they could have shown us in Mortal Kombat, they don't. They just put it at a farmhouse or I don't feel there's much creativity with actually making us believe we're in this kind of universe in that film. Even though I enjoyed the film, but I think they should really. Sorry,
what's a documentary? If you get a disc, what's a documentaries? Because all the sets are real and it's really interesting. These caves they filmed in, like I think they were like coal caves and shit.
Yeah,
but it's
in Australia.
Raiden's temple is actually a mined quarry that they had to do.
I think 2 will be a complete invasion on Earth. So you had the good guys, getting Johnny Cage, Striker, maybe John Cena be Striker. He's got the kind of size. I don't want the full WWE cast in this film.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, fucking have
the Undertaker in, and then Hulk Hogan will come in.
Yeah, Who could Brock Lesnar play in Mortal Kombat? He could be fucking. Oh fuck! I forgot his name already. Kintaro. Can you imagine fucking Brock Lesnar in like tiger stripe makeup? And it's like.
I reckon we'll have a trailer within a year. Be out in 2 years. They'll push it because obviously you got the new animated one this year, so as Mortal Kombat's coming back big.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Do you think we'll get a Mortal Kombat 12 announcement as well soon?
Well, they milked 11 for 3 years. I think they're doing it Justice 3, and then they've got a Marvel game. I don't think we're gonna have Mortal Kombat 12 for a while. I want to see one.
Movie Database he's says about old. He says, check out my latest video for a quick out of the cinema review if you want to hear a little more. Cool. I'll be sure to do that because the film does seem interesting to me. That old.
Did you ever see The Visit? The Shyamalan film Visit?
No, I've not seen that. No.
That's one of his surprise better ones that not many people talk about. It's a good film.
I got slated, but I enjoyed that.
Yeah. His weakest one for me is Lady in the Water. I love all the others.
His weakest one for me is After Earth and The Last Airbender.
Oh yes, I don't include them.
I don't really. I've not seen all these films, so I can't really say much. But like, I didn't like Sixth Sense. I've never liked Sixth Sense.
Wow.
I think it's well overrated.
Yeah, see, I told you, like before you go on the stream, I said my favorite one is Science, and I think The Happening is good. I really enjoyed The Happening.
That was good.
Basically, like watching something. You know, when you could tell actors, right, over there is going to be like a pretend dragon, just act like it's there. That's basically The Happening is basically that with no CGI. You can't say anything.
For me, though, The Happening is kind of just like be afraid of the plants, be afraid of the wind. That's basically the film.
Happening is COVID, but violent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, The Happening is literally a personification of the suicide rate in the UK right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bit harsh. Oh well. What am I doing? Oh yeah, Playtino Guy asks, what video games are you guys currently playing?
Still Mass Effect. Still going through that on Legend at the hardest level.
Randomly, I just finished BioShock Infinite today, and I thought it was shit.
What did you see my name in the credits? Because I worked on that game.
Did you really?
Yeah, well, when I worked for 2K, I worked on GTA, and we helped do the Songbird in Infinite.
So what kind of work did you do? Did you coding? What kind of work did you do, Rob?
We were just testing ideas of the way it looked.
Oh,
because it first up looked like a big pigeon.
It still does look like a big pigeon.
Yeah, but what they did, you don't really fully see it, do you? You know, you see the eye, you see all. But the ending, everyone says it's the most shocking ending ever made. The ending is bollocks.
Yeah.
I still think it's the weakest in the trilogy.
I only played it because it was free with PlayStation Plus, but I didn't really get the storyline. I was a lot confused about all the way through it. But
you are the bad guy now.
You are Comstock.
Yeah.
There is a little Easter egg with that game that I think just blew my mind when I found out. So do you know the bit where the songbird is gone underwater and you hear it scream? It doesn't scream. In the first game, when you're coming up from underwater, you hear that scream. So it's kind of almost tied in with the first game.
So is Infinite the third one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
but I think it takes place before or almost parallel to the first game.
So which is the one where you walk around in a metal suit?
Two.
It's number 2.
Was that Fallout?
No.
It's BioShock 2.
It's BioShock 2, yeah.
You're a big daddy.
Okay. Yeah, BioShock 2 is really underrated, I think. I think it's really good.
It's a bit fucking slow.
Yeah, regards to me, I'll be playing good old my £5 Jedi Fallen Order, which I'm looking forward to playing.
Awesome game. Really good game. As for me, I haven't really played anything, to be honest. I stopped playing Outriders about a month ago. I just haven't really...
I think Rob's currently playing the game of life. Did you hear that? No?
What?
I said you're currently playing the game of life.
Who was me?
Yeah.
Death.
That was a joke. Christ, man. What's going on?
Forgotten One of the Movies asks, Day of the Dead or Return of the Living Dead? I'm going to say Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, they do.
Awesome movie. They're both awesome movies, but I prefer Return of the Living Dead.
Really? Because I prefer Day of the Dead over Dawn of the Dead.
So
I
do I.
prefer Dawn of the Day, but I do get where you
And
come
Return
from.
of the Living Dead. Return of the Living Dead 1, 2. Then you had number 3. Then you had Rage to the Grave. Then you had. There's about 6 shitty sequels to Return of the Living Dead. The first 2 are good. The other ones are shit.
I've not seen Return of the Living Dead 2. Might have to sort that out. We have Blu-ray collector Gary in the chat. Hello, Gary. Thanks for joining in. He's securing me a copy of The Night Comes for Us on Blu-ray, which I'm happy about. What a movie, man! What a fucking movie! So good. Have you seen that, Rob? The Night That Comes for Us.
No, I haven't. No.
Have you seen The Raid?
Oh, I've got Raid 1 and 2. Scott. The
You've not seen
Legend
it yet?
Tobin. I've got one. I've not had the energy to watch it. I watched. I think 14 Arrow films last week.
You just completely went right through.
How was that experience? Was it like kind of like quality was up and down, or was it pretty consistent? Like,
That's pretty. Obviously, ended with Versus that Jamie got me. I'd done The Thing, The Burbs, Big Trouble in Little China. Burning,
Body Snatchers.
Loads. Extermination.
Did that
Rollerball?
Is Rollerball any good? Because I've got that. I've not watched it yet.
It's all right.
It's all right. Did doing that marathon? Did it help the time go by quick, or is it still dragged? No. Shit.
I was trapped in a room for 14 days, and I was literally just staring at the screen. And it got to the point where I was hallucinating. When I was going to bed, I was thinking I was in these films. It was fucking me up.
Weird.
You should have watched porn instead. At least you would have been happy if you were in those films.
Movie Database says from an earlier thing, he says, I'm the same, Jason. No planning on pickups. Different story when it comes to boutique labels like 101 and 88 Films websites. It's fair. Movie Database also says, I absolutely love Return of the Living Dead. It's such a good film. So good. Brains! The pain of being dead. Anyway. Platinum guy asks,
it's a comedy, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of pokes fun at the zombie genre. I think it's really good though. Platinum guy asks, what is your favorite Johnny Depp film?
Elm Street.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, he probably has the best death in that film as well. The bed eats him. It's great.
And I quite like his film Cry. I quite like his film Cry Baby. I quite like Cry Baby, an 80s film.
I've not seen that.
Because he's got a tattoo there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I like him.
This girl like this.
Yeah. If you always watch Blow, that's very good. It's part of the premium collection. It's very good.
Where's Suzanne's? Sleep Hollow. He's too tight, cost now. He's just fucking sparing now, isn't
he? Yeah. This is true.
I always used to see him as the Tim Burton's whipping boy. That's what I used to see him as, because he was in every fucking Tim Burton movie.
Sleepy Hollow. What else was he?
Alice in Wonderland. Is he Alice in Wonderland? Yeah, I swear he wasn't Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, he was like, wasn't
he? Yeah.
He a vampire one called Dark something.
Dark Shadows?
Yeah. Something, like Dark, something like that. Yeah. I think you're right, yeah.
And the Lone Ranger is Tonto? No.
To be fair, I've not seen enough of his films to really make an opinion.
I would say Blow. I think he's very good in Blow.
You like a good Blow, didn't you, Paul?
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. There is good stuff, but I could tell you films I like him in, but there's not a film that stands out to me as one that I would go to out of all of his films.
No, I think you're right. He's been typecast, not typecast, but he is now known as Jack Sparrow. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like Sean
Same as Eddie
was
Murphy.
known as James Bond.
Same as Eddie Murphy and Donkey.
Is it? Oh, I don't know if I'm correct. I think I am. Johnny Depp's in the Sweeney Todd film, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Todd.
Is that a musical?
Yes.
it's all right. Yeah,
I don't like musicals,
good.
but
And
so
it's got Sacha Baron Cohen in it
Baron
as well.
Cohen, yeah, as the rival barber.
is it in what way is it a musical? Is it just they break into song for no reason, or because that's what I can't
It's
get?
it's kind of like Repo, genetic opera, where they just literally sing throughout.
Moulin Rouge.
I won't be getting that then. Kai is in the chat. Hello, Kai. Thanks for joining the chat. He says, "How are we doing?" I'm doing good.
When you asked that question half an hour ago, I was good. Now I'm tired. But yes, thanks.
Well, you've been yawning for the duration, so there's that.
Oh, it's because you bore me, Jason. Let's be honest.
I know that. So the fact that you asked to come on the
All
stream
you're going about
baffles me.
is Steve the gay crate. That's it. You know what I mean?
Leave Steve alone. He hasn't done nothing to you. Leave him alone. Yeah.
I want some cock. Ah!
What was wrong with your hand there? What happened?
Well, that's when Steve got his invisibility cloak on.
I thought that was you jacking off your boyfriend all the time. I don't know. Anyway,
that'll be in Birmingham.
Pledge Guy says, so glad to see you back, Rob. YouTube has certainly hasn't been the same without you.
Yeah, I'm kind of back. I'm not really going. I've got my last Terminator issues to do. But I've not spoke for 10 days. My voice is still fucking like this. So you probably won't see a solo video from me till after Birmingham. I don't think, depending what happens. I've got plans. I've got plans. Some good stuff, and I will be back on the streams. So I'm still alive, and everyone's support's been fucking. I couldn't believe it. Everyone's shouting me out on videos. Obviously Paul shouted me out like I almost fucking died. But just after I was getting well then, and just after he posted the video, it was the worst I ever was. So if I actually died after that, could you imagine that?
I would not feel guilty at all because it was funny, and it was all in the name of comedy.
Yeah, so the support I've had.
What happened if I died? And I went, well, I would have had to edit the video and see that you had, obviously.
Yeah, the support's been unbelievable because obviously I do videos for fun. We all get on, and people like them. So thank you. My confidence has taken a bit of a hit, so that's something to go over. I'm not as funny anymore.
I'm looking forward to your Terminator being finished. I'm as invested in your Terminator as you are at this point.
The thing is, the 2 issues is the top of the pole, and the last issue you have to build the remote control. So nothing works without the control. That's the theme. That's the theme tune. On the eyes, the mouth moving, the head moving, the arm moving. You have to build the control those sides, and I've got the Ecto 1 to do as well. The problem with the Ecto 1.
I was gonna say, did you see? You know how Big Paulie shared that guy's video? The guy went goes to the car boot sales. Did you see what he shared it? And he said he got all these like steel books for cheap. Well, in the background of this guy's video on his shelf, there was the Ecto 1 build that you've got.
The problem. This is what pissed me off. I had 4 issues turned up Ecto 1. Hero Collector sent me an email saying, right, so you've all been sent the right-hand door, but it's not movie accurate because we've accidentally already put the mirror on. So what you've got to do is hold these 4 issues, and we'll send you that in the next lot of issues 4 weeks time. But I'm not bothered about a mirror being attached because you're not going to see that side. So I'll probably do an Ecto build as well. That's fucking ridiculous, the size of that. But they've just done the they've just announced the Alien, the 3-foot Alien. They're doing an Alien and they're doing a RoboCop.
And which Alien?
From Alien.
All right, the original Xenomorph.
Yeah, so and RoboCop.
With those builds, is it kind of like? Is it like every month for 3 years you get issues, or
right? So you go into WH Smith's. You always get issue 1 for like 99p. Issue
Yeah.
2, $5.99. If you subscribe, you get 6 free gifts over the build, like the Terminator gun. You get 4 issues a month, which it costs just under £40 a month. And every 6 months, you have to buy a binder, which is $7.99. Bills last for 2 and 3 years, depending on how much you want to spend in it to do it quicker. So the Terminator has taken me 3 years, but it's going to be ridiculous.
I think it's a bit of a piss. I think it's a bit of a piss take where it's just like, yeah, we've got the remote, but you've got to build the remote. It's a piss take. That is a fucking piss.
The thing is, in my last video, if you turn the lights on, they just flicker, and no one knew what it was. Like, how am I going to test it? The battery pack you get for the head and the lights. The battery pack come in issue 1, and I'm not sure if my eyes are working. So once the remote is built, that's when I'll know if it's all fucking working. Or I have to go on eBay and get issue 1 for 50 fucking quid.
Is that how much it is now? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's normally £1 because that one battery pack. Why provide the battery pack used to test bits for the build? In the very end, you find out that actual battery pack you've got to put in the back of his head. And I'm like, fuck.
Why would they give you something you need at the end, at the beginning? I don't get that.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. Oh, that's stupid. That's weird.
The only thing I remember collecting, you probably remember this, was a dinosaur magazine.
Yeah, you build a skeleton and then you build the skin over the top.
Yeah, so you build a skeleton and then they would come and you would clip so it was a T-Rex I had, and I think
I think I had that. I think I did that as well, you know.
What about how my body works? Did you do that? Well, you get the body and you have to put all the parts in the body, human body, how my body works. That was another one that was quite popular.
Yeah. Dinosaur's the only one I remember building because it was like, oh, here's one part of the rib cage, and that was it. Because you had your little body there.
There is some bits where you get like 2-3 parts, which like, this is a shit month. It takes like 10 seconds to build. Once I've built all the left-hand side of the Terminator, I know I've got to do it all again. So it's like, it's a bit, it was a lovely build, but some of the bits could have been mixed up a little bit. You built the head first, and then you built a fucking toe. You know what I mean?
I remember I didn't get anything that I built, but the only thing I can remember really subscribing to from W.H. Smith and like getting the magazine and like every fortnight was there was an anime one called Manga Unlimited.
Yeah, the DVD.
You get the magazine about the film and you get a DVD.
Yeah, I stopped at about 100 because it went fucking on forever.
Yeah, I think I got to like 140, and I think it was still going after that. I don't know how many they've got in total.
It's probably still going now.
What, since like 2003 they're still going? I doubt it very much. Pleasant Guy asks, favorite British film?
Dog Soldiers.
I was going to say Dog Soldiers, but also could say like Lock, Stock, Snatch.
But there's a dire film I like. I like Severance.
That is the only Danny Dyer film that I like. That's the only film I like.
Are you looking at my cock?
Favorite British film. There's Dead Man's Shoes, isn't there?
Not seen that one.
I'm looking at you, you cunt. It's such a fucking good film.
See ya. That's where you are at the minute. That's where you are. That scene is quality. You're scared of me? No. Come here. Hold your hand out. That's where you are. I just love that scene. Now, fuck off now. Fuck off. It's brilliant. I just love Paddy Considine. He's great.
Christo Baskerville. I butchered that most likely. He said Ghostwatch scared me as well. Though.
Because when you think about Ghostwatch now, the cameraman was fucking Craig Charles. You know what I mean? He's a dick anyway. So I had to fucking take him seriously with his little fucking ponytail.
Andy from Forgotten Where the Movies asks, film that would not be made today. For me, Rita, Sue and Bob 2.
Blazing Saddles.
I'm gonna say Piranha 3D because it's complete. It's like Womanizer the movie. It's literally that's what it is. It's literally just all the women in that film are there for like sexualization and like to be oogled at. That's all that film is.
What's that Piranha 2? Did you say?
Piranha 3D from 2009.
Oh, none about that's quality. It's got Kelly Brook in it. Someone underwater with no clothes on. What on earth is wrong with the film?
Well, yeah, I'm not disputing this. I've got it. I think it's great. I love it. Right? It's great. I'm not disputing it's not good. I'm saying it wouldn't be made today. They wouldn't allow it. The woke culture wouldn't allow it to be made today. Well, you want a girl to be like completely naked underwater? No, you can't have that. That's objectifying women. That's what they'll say.
I still think it'll get caught.
But you say stuff like that, but then they could re-release The Exorcist, and it'd be a fucking 12. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the culture's changed. You know, anything with any kind of nudity in nudities tends to be fine in the UK. It's America. But stuff like any of the Richard Pryor films, probably back in the day, won't ever get a release again.
Yeah, I see a lot of 70s, 80s films.
Stir crazy stuff like that. It's a little.
They wouldn't get a release. All I can hear is fucking mosquito buzzing next to me. Yeah, bastard.
Playtime Guy asks, "What's your favourite Mads Mikkelsen film?" I don't think I know any of his films, if I'm honest.
I did like the one where he was the assassin. What do you call that one? It was on Netflix as an assassin. He had like one eye.
Oh. I've never heard of him. Sorry.
Mads Mikkelsen is the Le Chiffre from Casino Royale. He plays Hannibal in the TV series Hannibal.
Okay.
I
still not seen much.
He was all right. I haven't seen Hunt, but he was all right in Arctic. Is it called Arctic? I do like him. But there was, I've forgotten the name of that film now he was in. There's a film that was on Netflix that came out where he was like an assassin with one eye, and they all went after him, and he had to find them, and then he lived in the middle of nowhere and with his neighbour. That was good. There's the Hunt that I've got to watch. It's supposed to be really good, where he gets accused of being a kiddie fiddler when he's not, and he has to prove his innocence. He's a good actor.
He's a Bond villain, wasn't he?
That's what you said, Le Chiffre from Casino Royale.
No, that's another film. No one's really talking about Bond, are they?
Yeah,
that's going to be a massive film, like the new Bond film, and no one kind of cares anymore.
They've changed the title of it though. It's called Delayed Another Week.
Christo Baskerville asks, "Do any of you gents still own any VHS movies? If so, are there any you will never part with?" Yeah,
I own one VHS.
Yes, what is it?
Television.
Awesome. Yeah, I own I've got a whole Godzilla collection on VHS, which I will never part with because I love it. I've got Critters 2 and 3, and I've got the original Star Wars trilogy before the special editions came out because they're theatrical versions, and I've got King Kong and King Kong 76 on VHS. That's what I have. So.
All my VHSs are at my parents in the loft. I've got a few up here. I've got Event Horizon, All the Nightmare on Elm Streets.
You had Batman. You had Batman, didn't you?
Batman, yeah, Batman. Phantom Menace, episode 1. I brought them here to say, Alien. Because I don't remember watching All the Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm like, well, I must have done because I haven't rewound anything, so I clearly watched them. Halloween 2. I've got loads because I never get rid of them because I don't want to. It's just don't. I still have like BBC videos, like X-Files. When X-Files first came out, and you got like series 1, parts 1 to 3.
Do you remember the box, the plastic box set of X-Files, or you had I think you bought 4. I think you bought one VHS. And it come in a plastic box set that holds 4 of the specials. Have you them?
Ridiculous. I can't remember that, but I just remember buying different volumes. Only had 3 episodes per video.
Yeah. I mean, I remember collecting as a kid the Animals of Farthing Wood VHS.
Okay.
And it was like 2 episodes of video, and every time a new one would come out, my granddad would always buy me it because I was collecting them. That show, though, as an adult watching that, it's like, how was this approved for children? It's bleak as fuck.
I actually got that confused with Daffodil Farm. Down at
What?
Daffodil Farm.
I don't think
Animals
I
of
know that.
Farthing Wood. It's shit. It's not the same. Animals of Farthing Wood definitely better.
The one tape that I used to watch over and over and over again wasn't VHS, it was actually Betamax. It was when my dad taped off the telly all the Fawlty Towers. So I used to watch that on repeat and repeat and repeat.
All 12
And the same.
episodes.
Oh, what?
There's not many episodes, about 12 episodes, isn't there?
Yeah, just all of them. That's why I think because that was there, I just used to watch. That's why I'm just a massive fan of Fawlty Towers because of that. My dad did the same with Blackadder the second, time and time and time again. Just so good.
I used to be similar with Bottom. I used to have a bunch of Bottom tapes, and
You love
I fucking
Bottom?
love Bottom's fucking hilarious.
I love Bottom. I need to get that DVD set from HMV at some point.
What did you think of Guest House Paradiso? Where do your eggs come from? Hens' vaginas.
so that film is shit, but I still find it fucking hilarious. It's still
See
funny.
in cinema. See in cinema.
I need to
There's
revisit
some-
all them.
There's some moments in Bottom where I just fix hilarious where like you've got you've got Eddie and he's with his mates. They're watching like Emmerdale, but he's explaining how like all the extras in Emmerdale get free beer. He's like, look, they just push him out into the wolf pack. Go on, son, drink as much as you like. Lucky bastard! It's fucking awesome. Oh, rest in peace, Rick Mel. Rest in peace, Rick Mel.
Oh, drop
Love
dead
it.
Fred.
There's so many good moments in Bottom where like the Christmas episode he cuts his finger off and he's like spurting with blood. He's like, get an ambulance. We ain't got one. It's just dumb. It's so stupid, but I love it. But then the guy asks, what film would you like to get a 4K release? I'm going to say the obvious, but it will never happen. But I'm going to say Godzilla 1954. It will never happen. And the other choice would be Critters, but the fact we haven't got a UK Blu-ray release tells me it probably won't happen.
Well, the fact that we already know that things coming out, so I'm quite happy with that. I still want a 4K release of Aliens and Alien 3, but I know that's coming out soon. The same with I know we're getting a re-release of Terminator 2, which I'm glad I did buy originally. But it'd be nice to have James Cameron back catalogue all in 4K, except Titanic, because I've overwatched Titanic. I'm sick of it. I tell you, I would like 4K, the Mustard Squad, obviously.
We want a 4K Conan.
Yeah, Destroyer or Barbarian, both of them, box it.
Conan trilogy, yeah, both together because Destroy is shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I would like, as we're on like Schwarzenegger, I would like Running Man. I love that film, so that would be cool.
Or Willow 4K.
Willow! I always remember that at the end.
Willow. I've not seen that in
Willow.
years, so I don't remember
Mad Mardigan.
much of it.
That's it.
Anyway, so yeah, my picks would be Godzilla 1954 and Critters, but I don't think we're ever going to get them on 4K.
One man Assault on Precinct 13 as well as the John Carpenter release in 4K.
Playing the guy. Oh, why's it not coming up? There we go. Everyone's freezing up. What's going on?
No,
I had major lag then for some reason. Playing the guy says rumor going around that Warner Brothers trying to sell NetherRealm Studios, who make the Mortal Kombat games. Can't see it myself.
I've heard that recently.
Personally.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. So they've always been selling.
What's that?
NetherRealm Studios has always been kind of up and down. And the way it's too big to sell. Warner Brothers will never sell it.
But if they sell them, did Warner Brothers still hold the rights to Mortal Kombat?
No.
I was going to say, so that means they won't be able to make any more movies or anything.
It'd be silly.
We have the quiz man is just finished, lads. He says, "Hi Rob, good to see you, mate."
Thank you.
He asked the most important question of the night: never-ending story or never-ending story?
I haven't watched it. He's asked to watch it this weekend, but
One's
it may
good,
not happen, James.
2 shit, 3's bollocks. TV show's awful.
What I
Jet
think is
Black's
I've
first
never
film,
seen any of them.
number 3.
what I think is fascinating about Neverending Story is like if you know the history about the book, to have the complete story, you've got to watch the first 2 films, but the sequel is shit. So it's like people usually say don't watch the sequel because it's shit, but the sequel is part of the actual full story of the book.
Mm.
Apparently, even the author of the book hated the movie. Did you know that? Apparently,
I seen it in the cinema back in the day.
And I've never seen it. Although James has sent it to me. It is down here. It is.
But you have not seen Big Trouble in Little China.
No,
And that's the
down.
direct
That is down there.
inspiration for Mortal Kombat. Seriously,
Yeah, it
watch
is,
it.
yeah.
You love it.
yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's really good.
I'll carry on
There's
then.
so
The fucking Furies in it are fucking amazing. The 3 Furies.
Oh, well, I've got it down there to watch anyway.
Landscape guys.
Big Trouble in Little China literally has Raiden and fucking Shang Tsung. That's literally who they are in that
Yeah.
film.
And then the guy, the guy that breathes quite a bit. Gets a bit excited.
So excited to be on set and be filming that movie. Jim Jam says, what do you plan on watching the weekend? The Monster
I'm
Squad?
actually planning to watch all the Chris films again.
Nice.
I thought you were like moving there, Rob, to like for this big announcement or something. You
I've
went.
got a
Like,
numb ass. I've got a fucking numb ass.
I might watch. I won't watch all this weekend, Rob.
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch that as well, Rob. So, yeah.
I might watch Big Trouble in Little China.
You should.
You must.
Isn't it?
Oh.
It's. I would say it's flawless.
Victory.
There's not a part. There's not a part in that film that I get bored of. Sorry, my voice is still a bit. Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah.
No, because it's dropped.
Actually, to be fair, I'll probably just be playing that all weekend. It depends if I get into it or not.
It is very
Yeah.
good. It is very good, but it's very repetitive and it can be quite boring.
And it is this, which has intrigued me, which I still want to watch.
That's got a nice slipcover as well, isn't
It does.
it? Where did you get that from, Paul?
That you remember that guy you got the house by the cemetery?
Oh yeah, on eBay, yeah.
Yeah. He sent me some photos of stuff he was selling before he's putting it on eBay. And I said, "Oh, can I have that, that, and that? How much do you want?" And he said this. I said, "How about this?" And all right. And that's how I got Evil Dead trilogy in there as well.
Nice. Jim Jam says, "What's eating Gilbert Grape?" I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, it's a Johnny Depp film.
Oh, okay. Movie Database says, "What did you think of The Hunt with Betty Gilpin? Need to rewatch. Love the kills, obviously. No substance or much of a story, which I'm not against. Some of my favorites are really bonkers. I liked it for what it was, but I do get attracted to those just like kind of like almost like survival death game kind of movies where it's just like, you got to do this or you're gonna die.
To be honest,
It was a DVD release, no Blu-ray release.
Yeah, no,
I've got
Blu-ray.
a Blu-ray of it.
Okay.
I got it imported. I got the genuine one, I think.
Look
at me! Look at me!
I think there's a US release. Is it now on Blu-ray? I'm sure of it. I could be wrong though. Or there might be a German Blu-ray.
Saying that, I've got
Rob, tell a lie. It's the one about you. I'm talking about. It's called The Cunt. Sounds the same.
Okay. Is that the same cunt that wants to send you films?
Yeah,
I've got that Escape Room 2, is it, to watch?
Oh. Where is it? I'm sure I've got it.
What's going on?
Somebody just fought there.
What's happening? What's going on? what's happening?
Right. A film that I did watch that I'm sure Jason loved that was absolute fucking shit was fucking this.
I've not seen it yet. No, it's not. I've got it. I've not watched
Is
it.
it?
Not seen it yet.
Your kids on the block?
I've got New Kids, but I've not watched it yet.
This is fucking amazing. Did you know
What film's that?
Class of 1984
Oh yeah.
Class of 1999 is a sequel.
Well, I assumed that because they got the same kind of title.
Very, very good.
Well, both of them are good.
They're brilliant.
There you go.
Movie date.
You'll find it.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Cool.
it's American release, not a German release.
Yeah,
I got like
I knew there was a Blu-ray.
I will
It's
give
got
both these away.
lovely disc.
And I'm also,
You're both
I'm
talking
doing
at the
a
same
giveaway.
time. What?
I'll do a giveaway on these soon. Also, I've got to do the draw on the Scorpion figure. Do that soon as well.
Cool.
Sorry.
Coolio. I can't remember if I entered that Scorpion figure.
It's still in it. It's just put a comment on my Mortal Kombat Steelbook unboxing, I think.
I
Just
can't
mention
remember
your favourite character and you're into the draw. It's probably going to still be a while away, but more people in there. I might throw Cabal in there as well, or Sub-Zero.
I might tell you what as well, Jason, sorry. After saw your pickups, you took influence from when I got mine. You picked it up as well?
Yeah, I got that as well, yeah. Charity shop.
Shit film.
Is it surprising? You never say shit.
I swear it's going to become your catchphrase, Rob. It's shit. No, it's no. It's no longer done. It's shit.
But there's no point going into detail, is it? Like someone said this to me earlier. Hey, man, what do you think? You're shit.
Ask the question, get an answer. What's going on with mine?
Anyway,
you're over. Right. You've got 5 minutes, and I'm going to go.
I have seen it. I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
It was good. It's quite funny.
That's what I told you to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, I said it, didn't I?
Apparently, it's based on a video game. Is that true?
No, that's our fucking. Oh fuck! You talking about Wolf Among Us?
No, I forget. I think Platino guy was talking about how the Werewolves Within is based on a Ubisoft game.
There's one called The Wolf Among Us is a game though, isn't it?
Because there is a game called Wolf Among Us, a Telltale one, which is fucking amazing.
I don't think I only played season 1. I don't think I've played the rest of it. We have the bald-headed twat from Bournemouth, Jamie.
Top bloke. He is a fucking legend. I look forward to meeting him again. I should still be there.
He said, hello, fellas. Good to see you back. Rob, watching anything this weekend? Probably old. Monster Squad. I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
Yeah, you're watching Monster Squad.
I have to get through the Resident Evil Netflix show. I couldn't get through episode 1. I love Resident Evil. I just found it quite long-winded. I do want to try and tackle that whole series.
To be honest, I think before I go to bed, because I'm going to leave in about 5 minutes, I'm going to watch He-Man, first episode, and see how we should do.
First episode is good. He's good. And then the other 4 shit, but hopefully there's 15 episodes in series 1. This is just the first part. Hopefully it'll get better, but it's a little bit too wake for me.
So how many episodes are out at the minute?
5.
Are they 20 minutes each?
Yeah.
Okay.
He-Man's in the first episode.
The Teela Show. Welcome back to the Teela Show.
Teela played by Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And
it's all right. It's all right. It's good for what it is. Looks great. It's just not what I expected. But hopefully I'll wait till it finishes. It's just not what I believe the trailer made out to be. I did have a random one of my friends message me saying, I've heard this series is going to be about the Teela Show. I was like, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And he went wrong.
True story.
Well, I watched that Godzilla Singular Point on Netflix, and that wasn't particularly very good.
Godzilla's at the end. I quite like the beginning bit where they're in the little city, and you got that kind of like Pteranodon thing. That looked quite cool. It's quite a good opening, and then it nothing much happened.
Yeah, it went into this kind of pretentious scientific all this scientific bollocks, and I feel like
Isn't that what
Godzilla
Godzilla is though? A lot of Godzilla's like that. More about the science and the creatures.
Not like it. Obviously, it's a science fiction franchise, but like this one goes into like physics and time travel, and trying to figure out crack a code where they're trying to figure out a catastrophe that's already happened in the future, but they're trying to figure out how to stop it in the past. Is fucking pretentious bollocks, and I feel like Godzilla was like kind of an afterthought. I'm just like, but
take him away from the fans, make people miss him again, bring him back.
Yeah, to be fair, there has been a lot of Godzilla stuff recently. Like it's been just non-stop, Godzilla stuff. Andy from Forgot World of Movies says the best two things about the Keith Evan movie is Kelly Brook.
True story. Best two things in my bedroom. Not my bedroom. This room here is the Kelly Brook calendar. There's actually technically 24 things about that calendar, which is quite good.
Phil 4K says Conan 4K is slated to come out before Christmas by Universal.
Brilliant.
Phil also says the 4K Neverending Story is a better cut of the movie, and that stupid song has been removed.
Yeah. Hope you're feeling well, Phil, as well. I know he's had a bad time as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to Phil. He
soon,
messaged me about something today. Was it yesterday?
I hope he gets on the mend quick.
Right, guys, I am going to because I'm falling asleep. So
I've got to go to watch.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to wrap up the comments. If you're going to go, I've only got a few.
Fire away with the.
Jamie says
good, by the way.
Spookers is bollocks.
Yeah,
right.
Jamie says Spookers is bollocks. Andy says he's watching Class of '84 tonight.
Fucking amazing, you love it.
Jamie says New Kids is great. Andy says didn't mind the New Kids apart from the animal cruelty. Is there animal cruelty in that then? Interesting. Playtendo guy says Werewolves Within was a PS VR game. Interesting.
Okay.
Movie Database says Rob, I feel similar to you about Spookies. I did a recent video on it. Cool. And the last comment of the evening, Playtendo guy asks, what are some of your favorite video game movies?
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, but even
that actually helped my ears.
Look at Rampage. Rampage movie is a good movie based on a shit game. Do you know what I mean? I quite like Rampage. Sonic was good.
I did not like Sonic Hedgehog. Shite. That's just my opinion.
Right. I'm going to end on two bombshells. Well, it's good to be honest, and I don't. You can either say the old Mortal Kombat film or the new Mortal Kombat film. They're both the best video game movies ever made. No matter what one you like, one of them is the best video game movie ever made. Simple.
Well, that's Resident Evil, though, but technically it's not based on the game.
I still think Sonic is up there at the top. I really liked Sonic the Hedgehog. I thought it was really good. I can't wait.
I'm just not a Jim Carrey fan. I think he's done it for me.
Fair enough. Anyway, that is the end of the stream. Phil says, "Great stream, lads. Get better, Rob." So yeah,
and you, mate.
We all do hope you get better, Rob.
Thanks for support, everyone. You've all been fucking diamonds. Apart from that cunt.
Of course, yeah. We're real cunts in real life. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I will be seeing you all next week for another edition of Friday Night StreamAroonOos. I'm being joined by Andy from Forgotten World of Movies, so be sure to join in. See you later, guys. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. Make sure you watch a bunch of films, and we will see you next time. Steve says goodbye. So goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.
See you, Steve.
See you real soon.